Help support the Truth Cartel. Support in the moment. Super Chats. Support monthly through Patreon. Support with music. Support with merch. Click the links in the description.
One day Jesus coming back real soon. Take a look what my Jesus been through. He died for mankind, although we been cruel. Got a chance to repent, won't let it slip through. I got a dog out for Jesus like I'm his sister. When we preaching the gospel, we preach it true. Trying to give it to an atheist, a Muslim, or a Jew, yeah. Gotta give the Lord's word and give it right, cause he's coming back one day like a thief in the night. Be ready, so hold on to God and keep your faith steady.
Yeah, Marla, this Duma made another one. I call this one an EOX's. Red rose, white ceiling. These EOs out here just keep sinning. Packed up and left, we ain't kidding. All of it dedicated to hurt feelings. Drama brewed up like a toddler's tantrum. You down with the TC, now I can't stand them. When it came to doctrine or prized traditions, didn't matter what we believe. We ain't Christians, so y'all poppin' just to yawn and say I just woke up. Yeah, we saw that all day, that woke line spent. Don't worry about it though, you may have time to repent, and even more time to grow. Yeah. Don't wanna talk doctrine, I just woke up. We can pray but you ain't saved, man. I just woke up. You can't even talk to Marla, I just woke up. Wait, did you just call me modalist? I just woke up. You can't ban me because I quit. You can't ban me because I quit. You ain't EO, you ain't EO, you ain't EO. I quit. Red rose faded, white ceiling caving. These boys claiming enlightenment with no priest in sight. It's just a lack of permission because their tradition ain't right. Bro, just whine in silence cause that's all you can do. When you cross the TC, you end up crossing the whole crew. Tradition states that we can't pray together or sing one song. Can't even say amens if the vibe feels wrong.
I had to.
Hey, yo, Muller, this Duma made another one. Red rose, white ceiling.
So when me and facts used to always go on TikTok,
They ain't gonna like this.
I would only use one argument,
Yeah.
but facts would only use one argument. So
They
facts
call
would
it a
say,
corner
yo,
meal.
let me ask you a question.
Everybody
What is
mad.
it again, Chris? Who's your husband? What was it?
Yeah, who's your husband?
Call a meal.
Yeah, facts would be like,
Everybody
who's your
mad.
husband? And then I would be like,
Yeah.
go to Genesis 19.
Same old yo from the
And we
block.
used to run that
They
same
say they in the heart, but they not.
Chris, could you stay there?
They saying that my circle just to die. Everybody hated on him, then he came back with a problem. I done spent a whole lot of time with the father. Doubling my prayers cause my church ain't making sense. I've been in my parents playing with the incense. When they all fell off the boat, yeah, I'm talking about the fence. I know it's a whole lot of folks that was hating. I know it's a whole lot of comforts I was faking. So I shut them folks up, icons feeling nuts. Always knew that I was gifted, so I had to stay patient. Taking over land, brother, tell me what's the big. I heard you still so low, tell me what it is. You ain't keep the fast, buying no books, reading no saints, they ain't let a brother live. All I see is visualize,
I
candles.
spent Genesis 19, 18, and 17 so much. I spent it so much.
If it ain't
that I
full
can't
theosis, bump the vibe, I don't
I
want it.
used to even say,
I
Chris,
don't
you
make it
used to be like,
they call it a corner
join
meal.
up. I used to be like, join up, and I won't use Genesis 19. You used to say that,
I
Chris?
said a corner meal. Everybody mad.
Die laughing.
I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna use Genesis
Same old yo from the block.
Come up, we're gonna
They
use
say they in the heart, but they not.
I used to make
They
it
say
fun.
they in my circle just to die. Everybody laid on him, then he came back with a problem. She's a rapper squad, now she wanna give it up.
Mic check,
Fast like
1 2 1
JC,
2,
I'ma
which
live
ain't
it
hard
up.
to do. Can
I'm
you
a
hear me?
ex-girl tryna make me jealous, saying that I'm moving worse. She don't know she out the church. I got me a deal, but I'm still in the name. Heard a couple folks talking, let the guy be. They forgot the Jesus prayer with the comma skinny on the side. Man, I swear that these folks are so sweet. I got all this grace from the church on my mind. Diamonds on my icon, I can't see the time. All my folks for love, please don't ever bend the line. And it's super extra when the folks is on the line. All I know is Greece, slide, A-Rap. Let's all know, keep it 109. EO from the dark, can't better pay
Oh, wow, okay. Did I fix it? I think I fixed it. All right. Sorry for the background noise. I had to cut JP's live. All right, let's get it cracking. Let the Holy Spirit move. Drop in the chat, y'all. We gotta fix, we gotta fix.
They saying in my circle just to die. Everybody hated on them, then he came back with a shot. I've been getting to the icons. Everybody mad. Everybody mad.
The silence before the storm. It's always a sunny day in California, eh? Man, it's gonna be a hot one this week, bro. They're talking like 100. They're talking about keeping it 100. Yeah, I gotta talk to you guys about the 100 thing, okay? Because eventually we gotta get to the point where that word just became a whole nother word. 100? I mean, how do you even spell that? 100? So that's like a H-U-N-E-D, 100? Or is it a H-U-N-I-T, 100? I don't even know, bro. But it's going to be a burning week on the West Coast. So welcome, chat, if you're coming over from JP's live. And of course, I want to welcome you to this, the Cartel of Truth. And I am your host, Amaler, the unapologetic apologist, the unequivocating evangelist, the poignant pundit, the uncancelable conservative. And why can't I be canceled? Well, because in the end, you're going to find out that these racist people like DYER, we're going to have to cancel me, a dumb Mexican. So it's just easier that if you disagree with me, just come up and refute me. You just pull up and be like, Mahler, what epistemic justification do you have for being a dumb Mexican? I pinned it for you. So if at any point you disagree, we're going to try to make room for you. But we got a special treat tonight, a Truth Cartel exclusive for all of you exclusive heads. We got the brother that's been going semi-viral on a couple of platforms who had a conversation with DYER. And guess what happened? DYER got into his feelings and started to like shake, and on his mic couldn't handle the kid. And apparently the kid might be a dumb Mexican? We'll find out, chat. I dropped in the link. We'll see if the brother pulls up in a little bit, but he is a Hispanic brother, and I'm told that he's quality because he's been referred over by none other than my other brother from another mother with the same Heavenly Father, Yugi. So you know we're in for a treat, right? But we got to get to this. So as DYER started to spaz out, there's also video that they caught where he came up to him in their interaction, after their interaction, and called him some kind of a cholo and approached him and was like, you were using meta glasses. Trust me, all of this stuff is going to make sense in a minute. But the problem is that we can't show all of this footage. We have to slowly kind of get into it, because here's another piece. Another piece to this whole thing is that Modern Day Debate got upset and told our guest coming up, his name is Sway, that he can't be using this because Modern Day Debate's got to put out all their stuff. So understandably, he got upset. But all this was popping off on Twitter, and I think it started on TikTok, if I'm getting the details right. But again, there'll be somebody pulling up to fill me in on all this. So those of you who know, and I hope Yugi's watching, I dropped in the StreamYard link, so hopefully the brothers got it. We could pull up here and have a conversation. So I'm going to lay the land, and then he'll get into the particulars. But Modern Day Debate had their event this last week. And if you don't know, you've been seeing some clips. Now, limited clips are available until Modern Day Debate does this whole thing and he releases all the full thing. And then they can go clip crazy, apparently. So a limited amount of stuff is coming out. So our brother here, our brother Yugi, just needs 10 minutes. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I figured we started a little early. This dude JP's losing gas, bro. He can't. He was telling me, bro, he can't stream anymore. And I'm like, bleh. It's very easy, bleh. So here's the point. Let me pull up some clips already. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to give away too much because I'm probably going to get context incorrect here. But if you've been watching online, I'm going to go to his TikTok real quick and just show you the brother. So if you want to give him a follow, those of you guys that are on TikTok. And this is his page here. This is his page here, sorry, just playing this. This is just still images. But if you've seen this image, hey, yo, how come Jay Dyer looks, bro, Jay Dyer's looking more and more like the guy from King of the Hill. Yo, chat, the guy, King of the Hill, who are the characters from King of the Hill? The one guy who has a hat with the glasses on. Yo, bro, I got to look this up. You guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know the characters. I just remember King of the Hill, but I didn't really watch it like that. Let's see if I can. Yo, Jay Dyer's looking like this dude these days. Am I right about it, chat? What's this guy's name? I don't even know this guy's name. The guy with like the Dale. Is it Dale? Nah, it's not Dale. Isn't Dale the main character? Look, chat. I found him. See, I don't know King of the Hill like this. Look, he's looking more like this dude these days. This guy right here. What's this guy's name? Is that guy's name Dale? Whoever this guy is right here. Oh, it is Dale. Dale Gribble. Sorry. All right, you guys know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I never grew up watching I didn't grow up watching the hillbilly shows, you know? I kept to more like Law and Order. Really like me some Law and Order. Yeah, you feel me? I didn't really watch those shows, so, don't shoot me, please. Don't shoot me! It's not that I didn't like him. I'm just simply saying that wasn't me, you know what I mean? I didn't come home. And not that it was that hillbilly, but I'm just going to give it its due. Come on, let's keep it a buck, bro. But I'm going to show you something, because what we're seeing on this brother's feed before he pulls up here is hilarious. And I really want to get his comments on this. This dude, okay, so let me build this up for you. This dude, Jay Dyer, was so upset that this guy is wearing his meta glasses and had a conversation. He got cooked in the conversation. Apparently, we're going to get some details on that because we don't have all the video. Again, modern day debate. Started crying, saying, don't show the footage. And here's what we got, chat. You're not going to believe this. This is Jay Dyer coming up to Sway after. This is Sway right here. Sorry, I'm not on TikTok like that. He's coming up to him with this camera, like Boomer style, and confronting him and calling him a cheater. Saying, Jay said I was cheating with meta glasses, but I was just recording. So here's what these boomers have put together. They think that this Hispanic young man is too dumb to have come up to Jay Dyer and have a conversation with him about church history. I think the conversation was about the papacy, as Yugi filled me in. And that he's so stupid that he couldn't have had a conversation without meta glasses apparently giving him AI tips as he talked. So these guys are like, oh, I know what he was doing. He was wearing meta glasses. And because of the meta glasses, he got all the answers from AI. Yo, bro. Somebody come get these boomers, bro. Somebody come get these boomers. Are you serious? So, because the dude, he watch, let's see if we can hear it, because the audio is kind of distant. So this is apparently, I think this is Sway's friend. He'll fill us in on the details. Who's recording this. But look in to see if we can listen in. I'm going to turn it up as much as I can and see if you can hear Jay Dyer going, oh, it's up. Like
This is bad. And the recent 1v5...
How come you're listening? How come, listen.
I took it too personal.
Oh, but you was using your glasses through the whole thing?
Yeah? I mean, I don't mind you
So you was
recording.
cheating or whatever, bro?
No, I was recording, my guy.
Oh, but you was cheating too, right?
How was I cheating?
Oh, you were on your glasses, bro. Totally, bro.
Wait. Yeah.
Chat. Can you believe this? This dude was so irate. He pulled up to him and did this.
Oh, but you was using your glasses through the whole thing?
Yo, chat, do me a favor right now. Go ahead and like and share the stream. And bro, is this not the funniest thing ever? This boomer was so upset that a kid just chatted with him about the papacy, went back and forth a little bit. That what he did, he walked up to him, he's like, what's up, bro? Look.
Oh, but you was using your glasses through the whole thing?
You were using your glasses through the whole thing? Like, I don't know, does he think he's Cuban or what's the deal? Is that his Cholo accent or something?
I don't mind you
So you was
recording.
cheating or whatever, bro?
No, I was recording, my guy.
Oh, but you was cheating too, right?
How was I cheating?
What is, chat, I was talking to somebody who was very smart today. And I said, bro, how is it cheating Even if it was the case that the dude was like, I'm on my meta glasses and I'm talking to Jay Dyer, and on the screen is like, and I'm reading it and I'm telling him, no, bro. Like, even if that's the case, how is it cheating? Is AI giving a cheat code to defeat all your arguments? Shouldn't it be that whatever the argument that the AI is spitting at you, you would just be able to refute it? Just be like, block, block. Like, I don't get this. Like, if somebody had an encyclopedia or whatever, you know, of all arguments, right, in front of them, and they were able to flip to each argument in front of me, I'm not going to go, oh, that's cheating. I'm going to be like, bring it on. What's your next argument? You know, and then if I don't know, you'd be like, you're referencing something in history. I don't know. Let's look it up. I don't even know what you're talking about. This dude said, you're cheating. And then as a grown man walked up to him, boomer style, put the camera in front of him, was like, oh, you're cheating, Holmes? Is this the collapse of this EO movement? Are you witnessing, who's it, Dale? Are you witnessing Dale, bro? Is Dale now pulling up and telling him, what's up, bro? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Bro, I'm not going to even lie. This video right here is more damning, I hope, but the brother says that he had a conversation with him. He got it all on camera, and so does modern day debate, apparently, because they had mics. This conversation right here is a lot more damning than anything you're going to see. This is crazy, bro. Let me do something really, really quick as I reset, because I want to play one other video that's posted on this, because I have the short version. I think right now what's really out here is only like the 10 peso version of this whole conversation. And I think what I'm gonna do is, let me show you this. Let me get this set out of the way, because I think what I'll do is I'll go to the first video before the brother pulls in. Bro, this is getting embarrassing. Like, why would you go up to him if he had meta glasses? Let's just say he has meta glasses on, right? And you could prove that he was AIing it. Why would you didn't just go up to him and go, you were cheating, right, Holmes? You were cheating with your glasses, though. Why were you cheating? Like, bro, you talk to people every day. Don't you assume that they are all chatting you? I mean, I literally have to deal with them on a daily basis, and I can hear them typing and doing ChatGPT. And I'm like, all right, hurry up, look up the next argument from ChatGPT. I don't sit there and go, you're cheating, huh? Oh, you're cheating, bro. No, the part that gets annoying is that they can keep going forever because they just have a bunch of arguments that they can switch to. So you got to keep them on track before you go to the next ChatGPT argument. You got to destroy that one and then go to the next one. I don't sit there and go, oh, you're cheating, Holmes. What, bro? This is the collapse. Here, let me see where this goes. I'm gonna open it up for the fellas to give their take in a minute. Once we get rolling. But let me play a second part of it on his TikTok. I want to show you something too, and then the brother can comment because he was there. But I want to show you something, chat. And you guys, whoever was there in modern day debate, I'm just gonna say something. As Jay Dyer walks away, is there something going on? Is he like one of these heel toe walkers? Is he one of these guys that walk on his, you know what I mean? Like his tippy toes where he bounces up. You remember those kids you used to see in like school that wanted to be taller so they would walk around on their tippy toes? Is he one of those walkers?
Oh, you were on your
Let's
glasses, bro. Totally, bro.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh.
He is, huh? Chat, is he a heel toe walker? Did I see it, chat? See Dale, I don't know the characters. Bro, I was telling you earlier, I was like, bro, King of the Hill, I'm not saying it wasn't funny. Just wasn't my cup of tea, like I said. You know what I mean? Like I would still go to like school, and you would have my white friends, they'd be pulling up, did you watch King of the Hill yesterday? And I'd be like, nah, I didn't watch it, bray. Didn't watch King of the Hill, bray. But I'm saying is he a heel toe walker? Did you see him? Yeah, like hydraulics, exactly. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm not knocking it, bro. You know what I mean? You want to get a couple inches on somebody, you mean what I'm saying? Like you want to size them up and be like, I want to be a little bit taller. You do the heel toe walk, bro. And I didn't know. I had no idea that he was one of those toe walkers. We got Sway in the back. He's gonna give us context. So why don't we welcome Big Truth Cartel? Welcome to my brother, and I've confirmed through our other brother Yugi that he is a Catholic brother but loves the Lord and preaches the gospel. So let's pull him on up. Without further ado, my brother from another mother, Sway. All right, let me get you set up here, Sway, because my joint's always a little off. But what we're gonna try to do is I'll get my my screen set
what's
up
up,
a little
man?
bit, so we'll do the crease. But hey, it's good to meet you, brother. Welcome to the Truth Cartel. And I want to kind of open this up, but I want you to tell people who you are and how you got to modern day debate, and then a little bit about your background. Yugi tells me you're Catholic, and then just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, you sound great, bro.
All right, cool. Sorry about my camera. I'll fix that setting in a second. It's got the weird little setting thing.
Yeah, all good.
But yeah, I'll turn it off in a second. Yeah, it's acting weird. Here, I'm gonna just change to my other camera. I'm sorry.
That's okay, man. Take your time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
all right.
basically,
go ahead.
yeah. So I'm just been pursuing apologetics for about a year now. Tiny channel. Did a few formal debates trying to profess the true faith, preach to Muslims, atheists, Jews, just anybody trying to spread the gospel. And what happened on Modern Day Debate is I just got a ticket. I wanted to go. I was excited. I wanted to go see the debates, meet everyone, meet my favorite debaters. I was stoked to meet Jay. I was stoked, but I got a random email and they were doing a video. And I said, okay, cool. I want to be on this video. Know what I'm saying? I wanted to be on there. I want to get my name out there.
They're already saying you're cheating right now, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
real quick, brother, you have a YouTube channel then?
Yeah.
Okay. So then grab when you get a second and just chat. But when you get a second, remind me and then drop it so you can put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll
People
put it in
can
the
go
side
look.
chat
You got
in
it,
a
my
second.
brother. All right. Yeah, so you were there as a spectator. You were there as a fan to go meet some of these dudes that you like, that meaning that you respect them, and that's your mode. That was your attitude pulling up here, was like, I'm gonna go check this event out. Like let me check it out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was just there spectating. I met everybody. I met God Logic, Andrew Wilson, Trent Horn, Jay. I met everybody. I was excited, and I got the random email. They were just doing random emails to people that bought tickets. Hey, you're doing a video. I want to be in it. So they selected me, fortunately, and then it just led to this whole situation. I'm sure you saw transpire. I see everyone saying I'm cheating, but here I'll just oblige them.
Bro, they're trolling. Yo, bro, the first thing they said, this dude's cheating right now. You got to keep the glasses on, the cheating glasses.
All right, hang on.
So real quick, brother,
What do I say? Neto, what do I say?
Oh, here we go.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I was gonna ask, my brother. All right, so then you sound like you're a younger dude. So you've been doing this for a year, right? Meaning this is something that you're kind of pursuing online, and then but at the same time, you're pulling up here to this event, watching it. They happen to pick you. So give us that setup. So you now have your glasses on. What is this setup? You're not there to debate him, or are you there to ask him a question? Because we can't get the other side of the cam. So we don't know what's going on. It looks like you and him were set up for a debate.
Yeah. So it was public too, because there was a sign-up sheet. It was a 10v1 debate video, like Jubilee. It was just like that. It was me and 4 other people. So I was stoked. They chose me, and then James explained the whole situation. He said, I want high energy. He said that he doesn't care about, we get heated sometimes, things are said. He assured me, and so did Jay, no holds barred. It's gonna get heated. He won't get offended. It's just how the content goes. So after the whole debates, I got to ask questions in every debate on stream. And then on Monday morning is when this whole video happened. And then, of course, the whole situation, if you want to get more into that.
Yeah. So I want to go to because we only have a clip of it. But so what's the longest version of the video that you've released, or is it still up? Is it a couple minutes, or somebody told me it was like 5 longer minutes, or what is it? How long is it?
It's approximate. The longest one I had up was 2 minutes and 57 seconds. I had
Okay.
two clips of me sitting in front of him, and those kind of blew up. And I was asked to private it because Jay found out about that. But I don't think he was mad at me because of that, because you saw the video of him on Twitter in my face, cholo this, cholo that.
Yeah.
That happened immediately after we stopped recording.
Oh no,
Immediately.
I could tell, bro. I could tell. This is what I knew from that video. This dude, that was like, bro, these guys must have said, cut. They stood up. You're walking. It looks like you're walking out of the room. It looks like. And this guy goes, let me catch up to this dude real quick, man, and put you on cam and accuse you of cheating. So that came from him. Was there anybody during that interaction going, bro, you got glasses on? Are you a cheater? Or that was him
No.
after it cut? He came up with that right then and there when he filmed you.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Dude,
funny enough, here, I sent one of the
That's
links.
hilarious, bro.
Oh, one of the DYER rights, you know, Jay Dyer's minions, they downloaded my videos and posted it, and he supported them. But somehow when I do it, he wants to get me banned.
Maybe he just didn't know. Maybe he didn't see how those looked. I don't
Yeah.
okay, so let's put you on the record. So then tell me a little bit about so your background. So you are Catholic, correct?
Yeah.
And then doing the apologetics. It sounds like you do evangelism. Yugi was telling me you guys do some work together, which glory to God, man. I'd love to see you guys out here preaching
Amen.
the gospel. So glory to the Lord for that. But I was going to ask you. So then you're Hispanic. So what are you? You Puerto Rican, Mexican? What are you?
Bolivian.
Bolivian. Okay, so when he comes up
Yes,
to you, he's
sir.
like, "Oh, what's up, cholo?" He was already way off. I mean, I suppose Bolivians could be cholos, but typically, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So when
mean,
he came up
that-
to you and did that, I'm just curious,
Mhm.
bro. Like you can see your face. You almost were like, "Is this serious? Is this for real?" Like you
Yeah, I
were
was
kind of a little
stunned.
surprised.
Yeah, because like we were going back and forth. You'll see when the video drops, and you could see it a bit in the clip I sent in the side chat,
Okay.
that we had some heated back and forth. And I was
Okay.
extremely shocked. I had 2 times at the microphone. First time, I was stunned he was behaving like he does in his debate with like Captain Tessarion, Tessariac, the
Yeah,
Hebrew Israelite guy,
Tessariac,
just barking, screaming. And he started ad hominem me. And then he started making those jokes. Oh, look, I called ICE when I brought up Council of Chalcedon, he couldn't refute it. And oh, cholo, he was just making fun of all these things. And that honestly, those things don't bother me that much. But when he came up to my face with the video, I was like, yo, what's going on? Like, I didn't
Yeah,
post anything about you, my guy. Like,
Yeah. I
what?
noticed that the energy changed. You were still kind of like, bro, you looked stunned. And that's the
Yeah.
part that made that even better. So is that your friend that was videoing from the side, or was that somebody else, random?
Yeah, that was my boy. He didn't
Oh.
participate in the video, so I don't want to say his name or anything.
No, I got you. I
But,
got you.
Yeah.
I just
So,
so then
Yeah,
so
he
so
saw
then when
him
he
walk
comes up to you and
Mhm.
so then set the scene then for this then.
Mhm.
How quickly from when you guys got up did he catch you at that door? Was that like people were, kind of, like straggling, like lagging to get out? Or was that like, yeah, we're going to leave. And you walked and this guy kind of walked behind you and went, hey, what's up?
I guess it was like right after we finished recording, it was like a debrief with James, the owner of Modern Day Debate. I walked
Mhm.
up to him. I was talking to him, asking questions, how long it's going to take to upload. He did mention to someone that when he edits it, he's going to add in our YouTube channel. So I was, how do I give it to you? He's like, oh, email it to me. I shook his hand, thanked him for the opportunity. And that's when I turned around and Jay comes right up to me and he was like, hey, man, how's it doing, man? You were recording with your glasses, huh? You're cheating with your glasses. Look, yeah, ChatGPT. I don't even remember what he said, to be honest, but it was I was just like starstruck. I was like, yo, I don't mind you recording me. Like, yeah, sure. We took back and forth ad hominem. And I was like, yo, I did say I have a clip that I record. It's not public. I don't know if I want to make it public, that I said, yo, that's my bad if I took it too personally. Cause like,
Oh, you're saying is in your reaction in the conversation, you're saying you said that to him, you're saying? Or
yeah, after we sat down, after we had my second time at the microphone, me and him
Right.
had some heated back and forth. It turned into a screaming match. He said some ad hominem
okay.
attacks. I said
Okay.
some ad hominem attacks, and it just got heated from there. And I was like, yo, if I took it
other
too
words, you're
far,
saying
that's my
that
bad.
liberal
Because even
democracy is a
James
good thing?
mentioned,
Is
yo,
that what you're
I
trying
have
to
to
say?
take. He said, I know it got heated, but it's all water under the bridge. But Jay clearly didn't see it that way.
Yeah, so let's do this real quick because you sent me the other clip. So this is off your TikTok. This is the one I was showing, and I know
Yeah.
the audio isn't good. But right here, you're saying right after they kind of cut, you said you're all right, peace out, modern day debate, dude. And you start to walk to go. It looks like you're leaving the room, right? Like to the exit.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And
the
this guy
exit doors
pulls
right
up
there.
and is like, so prior to this, was there anybody in the audience going, hey, bro, what are you doing? We see you have meta glasses. You're cheating. Was there anybody saying that? Or is this his
No,
theory?
no, no,
So he
no.
came
He
up
just
with
made
this
it up.
himself.
Yeah, you know what's
What?
crazy? You know what's crazy?
Hold up, bro. I gotta play the conspiracy music. This dude, Jay Dyer, Sam Shamoon was right. This dude, Jay Dyer, is so conspiratorial. He's like, this dude Sway. He must have been wearing meta glasses. That's how he knew about the Council of Chalcedon. I mean, like, what are we talking about, bro? Real
Yeah.
quick, chat. Am I reading this correctly? The last thing that you would do if you were not extremely pissed at Sway, like you got to be really, really mad at this dude to go, let me go to record mode, light my phone up, and I'm going to catch this guy before he leaves the room. People got to know that I know, Holmes, that you were on meta. You were cheating. And in what way was he cheating? So let's get to that. In the video, he's saying that you're cheating. So tell us, you have the glasses. Is it possible for you to have a conversation live with somebody without commanding the glasses? Some of us don't have them. I know a couple of nerds that already do have them, meaning they use them regularly. How could this possibly work that you could cheat? Can you tell us, Sway, how you could cheat so that we can understand, us boomers out here?
Yeah, one sec. Hey, Meta. How do I cheat in the middle of a debate?
I guess that kind of kills it right there.
All right, it's too quiet, actually. I have the setting too quiet. All right, so here's the thing. He knows I was recording. I posted 2 clips in our debate. You'll see when the video drops. He knows I was recording. And sure, he threw some jabs. He was like, oh, look, you're cheating. You're cheating. But he saw me recording. He knew I was recording. He was like, he said something, a comment, I think, about one of the first prompts. It was, the church was run with councils for 300 years. And I was like, I don't remember you saying 300 years. He was like, oh, check it back on your video on my glasses. And yeah, so he knew I was recording. I was in his face. You see that light?
Yeah, you could see.
I still have, I was right in his face. Yeah, so can I cheat? The only way I could think of that being possible is if I have someone on call giving me answers as I'm in front of him. But that's not like practical because he's yelling in my face. I don't know the prompts before I go up to the microphone. He didn't want to tell me the prompts the day beforehand. These were just like surprised. It's the same day we got the prompts. Yeah.
So then you're pulling up, you're trying to have a conversation, and it turns into this semi-debate, which gets him, meaning it turns into a heated debate and then allows him to get into your face. Now, let me ask you a question. Did you see him after he approached you with the phone all crazy? Like, did you see him later in the event?
Oh no. After that, I went straight to the airport. I had to catch my flight. But funny enough, like I didn't even leave. The venue was in a hotel. I didn't even leave the hotel before I saw him blasting me on Twitter. I was still in the building, maybe 30 minutes.
Wait a minute. So you're saying is he was so upset that he got off of this conversation, went up to you, and probably 30 minutes later, after he's posting that, is saying you're cheating, and then it produces these other videos. So let's pull up this first one that you just sent me. This is the channel, or this is your channel, right? Is there anything posted on the YouTube channel on this?
On my YouTube channel, no. But the first link I sent in the studio chat was one of his, the DYER minions that took the videos off my TikTok and posted them.
Yo, that's crazy. Okay, so let's pull up this video chat and then you can walk us through because there's a couple here. But this one, I'll be honest, looks kind of, this is kind of giving us the feel for what's happening, right? This is kind of like the layout that I was kind of confused as to what was going on. Sorry, my hand keeps moving. Okay. So let's check this video out. So this is kind of, you're going to sit in, it's supposed to be a 10v1. And what was the prompt then? So can you tell us that, or is that giving away too much sauce?
I could tell you the prompt. I'm pretty sure I could tell you the prompt. Because then keep in mind, I didn't sign anything. They didn't have me sign anything.
So you didn't sign like an NDA or
no, nothing. Oh no, because I was like so
then
confused.
Wait a minute. So then he just asked you, don't say anything about it and don't release your footage until I tell you? Like, as in,
No, that was never a conversation. But after the whole situation of me already posting it, him already posting it, the owner, he reached out to me, asked me to private it. So I did it out of respect for him on my channel. If someone else posts it, that's not on me. You know what I'm saying? Because like
that's true. So maybe we can
find that. And DYER supports this channel. He commented on the other post, but yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so this is DYER Unfiltered. It says Cholo Catholic, AI cheater. So this is an AI cheater versus Jay DYER.
All right, Jay, let's see if you do the dodgeball this time. So when it comes to one Holy Catholic Apostolic Church, does that involve communion necessities?
Communion necessities?
Yeah, so between the patriarch heads, between the Bishop of Rome, between authority?
Does communion and necessitate patriarchates?
No. When you say one Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church, within that claim, is it qualified that there must be necessity of communion between certain bishops or between the Bishop of Rome or an authority?
All right, now walk us through this. To give us the prompt and then walk us through where you're going with this argument, because it sounds like you already stumped him because you're trying to connect, sounds like the authority of the papacy, I'm assuming. But so what was the prompt?
Yeah, so the prompt is, I think it went something like the Orthodox Church is the only church that has the 4 marks. So the 4 marks is of the Nicene Creed, one Holy Catholic Apostolic. And he said only the Orthodox Church has that. So that when I came into this argument, I was like, what's included in that? Because our councils are dogmatic, and in certain councils, it talks about the authority of the Bishop of Rome. And that's where we were getting at with this argument. And that's when it went to Chalcedon.
Okay. So I'm seeing part 2.
Yeah.
Is there a part 1 to this?
Yeah, that's the part 1.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Boom.
Yeah, because like,
okay, so wait a minute. So then I seen another video that's not cut up in 2 parts. So this one is shorter, but it takes a whole 2 minutes and something, and it cuts it up in 2 parts, right? Is that what I'm seeing? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it now. Because I was watching it on X all day. My fault. All right.
Yeah,
so
no,
here we
good.
go. So this is the laying out of the argument. So Jay's now asking, like, what are you talking about? So what is Jay confused about your question right now? You picked up that he's confused. So what is he not connecting that you're specifically asking?
When it comes to necessities of communion, I guess he didn't understand what I meant by that is in order to be in the one Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church isn't necessary for me, for example, to be in communion with a certain bishop, like the Bishop of Rome, Antioch, or whoever it may be. Is there a necessity there, or does it like flip-flop around and change? That was kind of my point there.
Okay. All right. So let's see.
Already within that claim?
At Constantinople I, the whole council happened out of communion with Rome. So no, Rome is not necessary.
Okay, Rome's not necessary. Okay, I want to talk about Chalcedon. So at the Council of Chalcedon, after Ephesus II, the Robber Council, the Patriarchate said that they held a synod without Rome, and they can't do that. And then the deposition of Dioscorus was immediately imposed that Pope St. Leo the Great did before the council. And then towards the end, we can go over it if you'd like, they said it is absolutely necessary to submit to Leo's authority when it comes to his tome and to submit to the decisions, and this is session 10. Anatolius said Leo overturned Ephesus II and instated Maximus to replace Dominus in Antioch.
So with the mentioning of this in history in the councils and the synod, you're starting to point out that it seems to be there's an authority, a figurehead right?
Mhm.
That's emerging, or at least you can point to in making these ultimate decisions. Let's say, turning authoritative decisions to either maybe deny or affirm certain doctrines. But Jay Dyer's aware of this, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's not dumb, he knows. He
Right.
was a Catholic for 8 years. He knows this. I guess with the argument, there's multiple ways you can make it, what points specifically you're going to. But
Okay.
yeah, I was just dumping that information on because as an Orthodox, because I'm an ex-Orthodox. I was an Orthodox for like a year. And
Oh, okay. How long ago was that?
um like January time.
Okay, got you. All right, all
Yeah,
right.
then
So
I'm
then,
pretty new
so
back
then,
home.
so you've been studying this, and prior to that, how long were you looking into orthodoxy before you became a Catholic? In other words, so how long was that journey?
Um, no, so I was a Catholic before I was Orthodox. I grew up Catholic, and
Okay.
then I looked into Orthodoxy for like 2 years because I've been studying this stuff way longer than I've been doing it online. So for like, I was studying church history, Orthodoxy, even Protestant claims for 3, 4 years, and
Mhm.
then Orthodoxy specifically for about a year, and then I went into it, and then I found out some falsities and I came back, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah. So then you kind of got uncomfortable with what you were figuring out with Eastern Orthodoxy, and then you came back to Catholicism. Is that how it kind of went?
Yeah, more or
Okay.
less, yeah.
All right. So then you're having this in this sharing, I guess, of information, history. He's already aware. You're not surprising him so far, but you're
Mhm.
establishing your argument. And this is kind of where I think he either the body language starts to change, I think, in the next few seconds. So let's watch this.
So
Yet none of that proves Vatican I view.
did I say anything about Vatican One?
Well, your argument is that the Roman Catholic interpretation is what they had, right?
No, I'm saying that
You're
is
arguing
not
for the Roman view of the four marks.
right, and I'm saying
So
that
that's the
the
Vatican I
the
view, right?
authority of the Roman Pontiff is included with the four
That's
marks.
equivocation because
How's that?
it's because you're assuming that the authority is the Vatican I
I
interpretation.
asked you.
The Orthodox view can agree that the patriarchs are needed, and yes, absolutely, people appeal to Rome because that's part of Sardica.
Is the bishop
But it
bishop
doesn't
of
prove
Rome,
that the Bishop of Rome is the mark of the
is
church.
he necessary?
It's necessary to have as many patriarchs as possible.
Okay, but
Yes.
is the bishop of Rome specifically
They're
necessary?
all necessary.
Is the bishop of Rome specifically necessary? Because
If you want to secure your position, you want all of the patriarchates and bishops as many as you can.
okay, so when it came to
Was it
overturn,
necessary Constantinople I?
hang on, when it came to Ephesus 2, right? Did anyone but Pope Saint Leo the Great overturn that council before session 10?
Probably not.
Okay. So he overimposed his authority over the other patriarchates because everyone else affirmed it, the other four. So in that instance, was having communion to him, to submitting to his decision, necessary to be in the one true church?
No, although it would
So
be
could I have been in communion with
desired.
Alexandria when they accepted Ephesus 2?
Well, these periods of communion and out of
All right. So now I'm starting to see the argument. So you've gotten him already to concede
Mm-hmm.
that Rome or the Bishop of Rome seems to be, he didn't argue was a necessity, but he's saying is it wasn't an extra special position of the Bishop of Rome that's needed. But then you quickly shifted and you went to, well, let me show you a time when everybody did submit. So then walk me through, like, because you've obviously been looking into this. So give us that specific
Mm-hmm.
move. So you're trying to get him to say, hey, they're recognizing Rome already. And then later you have a point where they really got behind the pontiff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to walk us through this argument, because we're a little bit slow when it comes to this, the Catholic side of this stuff.
Yeah. So basically, what happened before the Council of Chalcedon? There was a robber council, a heretical council, we call it, and it was the Second Council of Ephesus. Four of the patriarchs, it was Alexandria, um, Antioch, Jerusalem, and Constantinople. They all signed off on it except for Rome. Rome was the only one that stood by and was like, "This is heresy. We're not affirm it
We're not gonna do
because
it.
they were affirming the monophysitism, that there's not two natures in Christ, there's one
There's
nature.
one nature,
And then it was
right.
like semi-Nestorian that, oh, God wasn't born of a woman, or then your savior's not Emmanuel kind of thing. So Pope St. Leo the Great, what he did was he found out about this council. Flavian wrote to him asking for an appeal, and he sent his famous tome to the council. They didn't read it. So when Leo found out about that, he overturned the council. He overturned the decisions
So
completely.
he had the power to do that.
Yeah, even though all the other patriarchs affirmed it. So my argument here is, if the case is that I want to be in the true church, I don't want to affirm heresy, you don't want to affirm heresy. So Pope St. Leo the Great was the only one who overturned that council. Everyone else accepted it. So the argument is like, do I need to be under Pope Leo's authority and accept his decision to be in the true church? Or can I submit to Alexandria while they affirm heresy? And that's where he didn't really want to engage. He was like, oh, it's very ambiguous, this times of communion. And he said, no, it's not necessary to submit to Leo's authority then. But then who else deposed that council? He was the only one that did it. I don't want to affirm heresy.
So then this is the historical dilemma, that if they say, well, I'm staying on this side, well, let's say Alexandria, then I'm not submitting to the person who had the authority to overturn it. And therefore, what church am I in at that point? I've just jumped out of the authoritative church making these decisions. I'm no longer in the church. You're saying, how can that be? How is that possible?
Exactly.
And why is he? Okay, but I don't understand, bro. That's pretty straightforward. This is not.
Yeah.
Why is he saying that this is ambiguous? So is he saying in this mark in history, there's a lot of debate as to what kind of history? What is he? Well, I don't get that, bro. Like, what is he trying to do with this?
Yeah. After this, you'll see my glasses cut out, and they eventually just died out on me. I got another clip, and I just quickly tried to turn it back on. But that like a full 30 seconds between the first and second clip, there was no footage. But it's all going to be on Modern Day Debate. It's all going to be on there. Everyone's going to see it.
When are they saying it's coming out? When did he tell you?
He didn't tell me a specific date, but I saw Jay tweet it's about a week or two, something like that. And originally the owner, he originally told me it's going to be a few months, but with this whole situation, people want it sooner.
Leaking? No, they're going to want it a lot sooner. Yeah.
Yeah, because
he needs to get some clippers together and get all this video going.
Yeah. Yeah, so with the argument, what the Orthodox will always tell you, and Jay will tell you, is that the council wasn't overturned by Leo until the council of Chalcedon affirmed his authority. But that doesn't make sense. Then if that's the case, you have to wait until the Council of Chalcedon. Then all the souls, everyone that affirmed Ephesus 2, they're all at risk of condemnation. Yeah, they're done for. They're affirming Nestorianism, monophysitism. Oh, you got two Jesuses now. It's silly. So in this instance, even the Orthodox, a lot of them will have to concede this one time. You have to submit to the Pope's authority. Otherwise, you're in a heretical sect. It's that simple.
And this is obviously the timeline is Ephesus. Oh, this is before the first 1,000 years. This is where they go, oh, for the first 1,000 years, and then here you have it smack dab that, yeah, definitely the authority's there and they're submitting to it. All right, so let's do this then. I think this finishes up last second here.
Are ambiguous at times.
So ambiguous at times where he finishes a statement. So we'll go to part 2. So you're saying is in between these two parts, it drops 30 seconds of your conversation and then it picks up to record again, right?
Yeah, something like that. Or 30 seconds to a minute. I don't remember exactly how much. Because I remember it. I tried to just press them back up, but I think someone texted me or called me or something, and I couldn't immediately start recording. So there's like a 30-second gap, something like that.
Got you. All right, so he says something about ambiguous, and then we'll pick up where you pick
I don't remember what we argued.
You argue for an invisible church.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah.
But does it apply here?
does that apply here when it comes to being in communion to the Roman Pontiff?
One Holy Catholic Apostolic, so the 4 marks.
Right.
Is that invisible this time?
Not this time, no.
All right, so walk us through what this means. Since we missed the 30 seconds, what is this invisible point he's trying to make?
Yeah.
What is it?
So this is a typical DYER tactic. So this is my second time at the microphone. The first time at the microphone is when we talked about the invisible communion of the church. How, like, as Catholics, we believe that every single Christian, every single one, you're a brother in Christ. So to a degree, you're in the invisible church. So you're our brother just as much as any other Christian. And we were going back and forth on that on my first time on the microphone. I don't have footage from that just because I didn't feel
basically
like
that's an
recording it.
argument that you were having, or the debate you were having then, is that you're basically, from your vantage point, he would say you're an ecumenist because you would see him and even Protestants as separated brethren. So he tried, that was that shot. And
Yeah,
is
he
so
brought
then this
it up later.
he brought this up again on this combo and this back and forth.
Yeah.
So
And
you're
I
saying
didn't-
is this is a DYER tactic because, all right, bro, we're talking about something else. Let's stay on point. And you're bringing something else about the universal church to try to get me on a time frame of when I'm claiming that the church was open or not. So he's trying to apply it to this idea of whether they're under the Pope's authority. And like you were asking, were they damned? Those people that were, not accepting of this decision of the Pope. So he's trying to shift. He's shifting it, and now he's going to try to blame you that you don't know the status of the universal church at this point in history, and therefore you're wrong. Is that what he's doing?
More or less, he's trying to say that invisible communion is a made up dogma of the church. But when he asked me that, he contextually, we were talking immediately about the depositions and the decisions of the Council of Chalcedon. So you'll see it'll all be on the video, like I said, but we're talking about, okay, the situation of Leo deposing certain people, overturning a certain council. He was asking me, in here, does invisible communion apply? And with depositions, that it's not necessarily applicable, because there's a difference between being separated brethren and then affirming heresies and spreading that into the visible church. Those are two completely different things.
Yeah, this one is silent and idle. Maybe you're going to claim ignorance, invincible ignorance, let's say already, but meaning that's the term, the definition of one group, and then the other group would be actively saying, no, we're pushing for one nature or whatever the stacked heresies that were the church was going against. So you're saying is you're trying to put this universal category and you're trying to slap basically an active heretic on it, or a person that's going against a decision. And so now he's conflating, and he's trying to do that to get you on a yes or no. And it looks like that's what he's about to ask you right now to do, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like I guess on the moment I was like kind of confused, because I was like, that doesn't have anything to do with the depositions.
Yeah, what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. But like in that, when someone is deposed from within the visible body, that's not applicable. If you teach heresy, you're leading souls to the wrong place. You're not in communion to the body of Christ. You're damaging the body of Christ, actually.
Got you. All right, so let's play this.
Can we
Are
stick
you
to
serious?
Not
at this time.
Hang on.
So the Roman Catholic
With
Church changed its
depositions?
dogma?
No.
You just
What?
said it wasn't
That's
during
not.
this time.
Hang on.
So your argument
Hang on.
in the first-
No, stop
in the
dodging.
first-
You're dodging.
I'm
No.
calling
No.
you
You're
out on
no.
a
No.
contradiction.
No. No. No.
You
That's not a
literally
contradiction.
You just said you got caught, and now
No.
you're
No.
lying.
No.
That's why I don't want to
I'm gonna.
shake your hand
You want to
because
know?
you're lying.
You know how it's not a contradiction?
You
Pope
just
saying,
said
"I'm gonna
it
show you how.
changed.
I'm gonna show you how.
You said
I'm gonna
there
show you
was
how.
an invisible-
Watch this. Watch this.
Did you
Watch
say
this.
that?
No.
Yeah, this is where the DYER thing kicks in. But the problem is
Yeah.
that you're in front of him, and I am sure he has some kind of control, but he doesn't have this boomer setup where he puts the phone in front of his mic and then is able to throw you off. He has to literally just talk over you at this point, when you
Yeah.
could have easily fixed and said, okay, I misunderstood what you said, or no, let me tell you why that's not the case. And he's just not going to let you talk. So tell us, because this is just a snippet, does he eventually let you land this point and let you get the bars off, or does it like descend into other crap after this?
More or less. I mean, I barely get the point off, but I did try to tell him I misunderstood what you meant, because I did say you're asking me about does it apply to depositions? Because that was the context of the conversation that I remember off the top of my head. We were talking about the depositions and the decisions of Chalcedon. He said, does it apply here? And with a visible excommunication from a heretic teaching heresies in the visible church, that doesn't apply. It's the truth.
Yeah, so then you're trying to say is the technical, you're talking about a set of judgments or a deposition, meaning a statement of facts. And he's saying, does it apply here? You would say, well, no. And then he's like, well, no, it's a contradiction because you're saying the universality of the church. And he got you on that. And you're trying to say, no, bro, I was talking about the first topic. You kind of introduced and went left on me. And okay, all right. So I think I got the set. But for him to get this animated this quickly over that and just call you a liar is typically because he's like, all right, I'm done. I don't really want to engage with this dude anymore. That's typically how he does it online.
Typically,
so, all right. So let's see what he finishes up here.
I'm going to prove to you.
Did you say that?
Hang on. I'm going to prove to you. Jay, enough of this rhetoric king. We know you're the smartest guy in the room. Listen, in letter 90, watch this.
Church now and not then.
You want no. You want me to show you how there is? You want me to show you how there is? You know what Pope Saint Leo the Great? No. Pope Saint Leo the Great, and watch this. No. Pope Saint Leo the Great. No, watch this. Watch this. I'm not asking you. I'm asking you. I'm telling you. Pope Saint Leo the Great and
yo, did he just pull the old boomer move? You see all these videos, all the Karen moves that they do online when they come up to you. I'm not going to talk to you. And they do this. Come on, let's just keep it a buck. It's typically older folks, typically older white folks too, that do that thing where they go, and they lock. He literally is doing that to you. So at this point, bro, are you even surprised that he's melting down, or you've seen this like online? So this isn't surprising you, right? This is kind of like you've already got a taste of how he's been debating.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, after the first time on the microphone, this behavior this time, I'm not really surprised, because the first time it just became the typical Jay Dyer. You bring an argument, he starts quizzing you. He needs you to know he's the smartest guy in the room. He needs you to know that you're inferior to him. Hey, do you know about this council? Oh, what does this document say? Who said that? Who said this? That's all it becomes with him.
And even when it does, when he's referencing documents or writings and books, you're also at that point, if you don't know what he's talking about, because he didn't know what you were talking about at first, then what he does is he discredits you by saying, oh, you don't know what I'm talking about right now. You don't know what I'm saying. So therefore, you're wrong. Anything that you're going to say right now is wrong because you didn't know what synod I just referenced. That's kind of the setup. But now what he's doing is he didn't even get into the facts of the matter with you. Now he just said you're a liar because at first doesn't allow you to clarify. But I think at this point, the way he's acting, bro, now it makes sense. He's had enough of you. I was assuming I thought you guys were maybe talking for a few minutes. It wasn't a one-on-one debate because I know you weren't headlining there or anything. But in this conversation, now it makes sense that he was like, all right, I'm done with this dude. Now it makes sense what would possess him after this. They cut. You guys walk away, and he comes up to you like a Karen. It's like, "What's up, Cholo? You were cheating?" That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch this last minute here, and then we'll go to that video so you can break down the Cholo cheating part.
Letter 95. He said, I'm not. He said he modified the deposition of Dioscorus. He modified it for the sake. He said, no, watch this. Dioscorus,
invisible
listen,
church. None of this matters.
I'm going to prove to you how it matters.
You just taught that Roman Catholic dogma changes.
No, I never said that. I didn't say that. No, I'm going to prove to you.
Yeah, and you didn't say the invisible church now. I quickly picked up when I watched the video the first time. I could see where you said no and what you were saying no to, but I just didn't understand the argument that you laid out. Now I get it. And now he just locked in. He's just like a dog on a rag, bro. He's just like, no way. I'm going to shut him up and basically say he's lying. He's been dishonest about his position. So I don't have to move forward further with this dude.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Say that.
Hang on.
Did
I'm
you
sorry?
say it?
Are you talking about the principle?
Is there a visible church now in your view?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you said not then.
With the principle?
You're a liar.
No, I'm going to prove to you.
Doctrine.
No, I'm going to prove to you.
It's not then.
Okay, do you want me to respond?
Was it true then?
Do you want me to respond?
Was it true then?
Yes. Would you like me to prove it to you?
Was it true then?
Yes. It was true.
You said no.
No,
Now
you
change
asked me.
position.
You asked me if that applied to the depositions of overturning Ephesus 2.
Invisible church.
Okay. Do you want me to respond?
Was invisible church true then?
Yes.
And now not?
Do you want me to
and not
show
now?
you how? Do you want me to show you how?
But,
In letter
but
95.
did you say a minute ago it wasn't?
Okay, I misunderstood.
No.
'Cause-
Now
Yes.
you got
No,
wrong.
no, I didn't say it's completely out the window. In letter 95,
I'm
Ponce
not
de
answering a
Great.
liar.
I'm not.
So I'm gonna go ahead and now this is all making sense, bro. He's like, who is this dude? Right? That's what it looks like he's saying. What's up on my screen here? He looks like he's saying, who is this dude? Right? Who is this dude that he knows this, and he's speaking very specifically and quick, and that's probably because obviously you studied it, but you had a very specific thing that you wanted to address with Jay Dyer if you had the opportunity, especially if you had a little bit of heads up, and you had your mark, you know your information, but he looked at you and said, "There's no way this dude could know this stuff and trip me up, or at least have this convo back and forth with me, so therefore he must have been cheating." Like,
I guess I could kind of see that more or less, because like I did ask him some questions that he did not want to answer, and it eventually this is what became la 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 la. I can't.
Yeah,
hear you,
that's
I
what
can't
he's
hear you. That's
doing.
what it became with him.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're describing right now. He's like a child, and he's like, "No, I'm not gonna let him get another question off." He's like, "No, no," and my whole point was when he turned up that much, I'm like, "Bro, I'm missing something." Now I know I'm missing stuff because, like you said, we don't have the whole video here, but already we can ascertain from what's happening here that something ain't right. Jay is not chilling anymore because his energy turned up, and he's like, "Done. I want to be done with this dude. I don't want to talk to him anymore. This guy, get him out of my face." That's kind of the way he's looking here.
Yeah, you know something funny?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, can I tell you this? Jay, I'll say this for everyone watching, right? Because this became a very public thing. I had hundreds of people DMing me, texting me, that kind of thing. Jay was extremely upset about the whole encounter, about us going back and forth, and about how
sure he was.
I knew and the whole conversation. Because out of everyone, I think I genuinely think my back and forth screaming match with him is the highlight of the video. I'm the only one that kept up with his points, because even with counsels, he was quoting canons, and I knew for a fact he lied about a canon, because I read this stuff, man. And we like when the video comes out, we can do a review, everything. Fact check me, please.
Fantastic. I'm taking you up on that, bro, because because in the process I want to learn, you know, on the council side. Okay, so then I am describing what's happening, right? Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I cut you off.
No, yeah. So Jay kept getting bashed on his Twitter, saying that he's doing the most because people were tweeting at him that you can't read. He said I was reading off of the glasses. And then he DMs me. After blocking me, he DM'd me on Twitter. He said, I'll read it verbatim what he said. And long story short, he's not happy. He said, quote, "Hey, Cholo cheater, you want to set up a formal time debate on MDD on how your church contradicts post-Vatican II." This is what he said.
Let me see this. Yeah, let me see this, because this. So I want to play the Cleve one, but this one, can you send me? Is that a DM that he sent you? Because I just saw that a second ago.
Yeah,
that he sent you some.
Can I send?
Yeah,
I sent a few things. Can I?
Send me the link and put it
Twitter?
in the private chat, because I had it up earlier. So he went off and tweeted and hit him up directly right after this. And
he wants to debate me, I guess. But
So
I think he's bluffing, because here's the thing. I told him.
I
was
agree.
like, yo, because I'm a nobody. And compared to his other opponents, he said, he wants to do Vatican II. I told him, you dodged me on Chalcedon. Let's debate Chalcedon. Was the papacy taught at Chalcedon? I will debate you, Jay. You dodged it on my video. You dodged it there. You didn't want to answer questions, simple questions. Can I be in communion to a heretical church affirming a heretical council? You didn't want to answer. I will debate Chalcedon. That's
and
my,
he wants
my
to
top
say
topic.
he wants to say no to that question, but he can't.
Exactly. And I said, can I propose a topic? And then he said, I just proposed the topic, retard. It's like,
Hold on. All right. So he's like, I propose the topic, bro. By the way, if you guys don't know, Jay Dyer's just, he's Keanu Reeves with just a little bit more country. But I want to ask you something, bro. So then I think I was getting this. I was like, I don't know the setting here. This guy, this is what really went down before we even see the full video. You pissed him off. You already had him upset from the prior conversation. So what we're watching now has him livid because it's basically round 2. You got him on round 1. You guys were going at it. This is round 2. And the round 2, he was already losing by not even knowing the question that you asked, which, by the way, even if he didn't know what you were asking when you first pulled up and didn't understand it, that even upset him. Not to the point where he was like physically like perturbed by it, but you can already tell this guy, I don't like this guy because he's asking me stuff and where's he going with this? And because he doesn't, know an argument or see where you're going quickly, that irritates him. So I'm going to ask you, when you're in front of him, do you see any of like, because we can see him on video, but is there anything like physically happening to him when he's this upset with you? Like, is he coming up and doing the old Karen thing where they shake when they're talking to you or their mouth moves? Was he like that upset with you?
I mean, you'll see when the modern day video comes out, but I didn't feel threatened or anything. I guess he was fidgeting a little bit, but other than that, he was just doing this whole the dad pose when you like.
No, not only the dad pose, he locks in on you and he's like, "Huh? What are you gonna do with that? Huh? Huh?" I was
he got really close to me. He's like, "Bro, you're lying to me. You lied."
Yo, bro. Okay, all right. So let's finish the last few seconds, and then we're gonna find out how this apparent cholo cheated. And then chat, you're gonna help us out. We're gonna open it up. So if you guys want to pull up to give your guys' takes on what we're watching, and then maybe get some questions off, we can. But let's do that here in a couple minutes. But I want to get to one other piece. So let me go to this because not only does he have his group already ready for the propaganda campaign apparently against you. All right. Yeah. So right here, the last few seconds, and then we're going to talk about a couple of the details that you mentioned, how he could have been cheating. And so he doesn't know how that's possible. And then we're going to watch that little clip that he put out, I guess, against you, already claiming that you're a cheater. All right, let's play this.
I'm not asking you a question. I'm not lying. Watch this. No,
and you got caught
Jay,
the first time, so you lied.
Jay, listen.
Why would I shake
Jay,
your hand? And
I'm not asking to shake your hand. Jay, I'm not lying to your face. Jay, listen. Pope St. Leo the Great in letter 95 modified his deposition of Dioscorus.
What does that have to do with invisible
I'm going to show
church?
you. I'm going to show you.
No,
he said he was deposed, but he was still an authoritative bishop.
So
if he
Statement.
So when he says "so" to the authoritative bishop, what would you say to that? He's just like "so."
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
You're claiming is what authority did he have, and right? So go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So basically, the principle of invisible communion is that it's called a basically like communion by desire or communion, baptismal communion, that kind of thing. So what Saint Robert Bellarmine taught is that even those who are excommunicated can be saved because they desire to be in communion to the church, and that's good enough. That's good enough for God, because at the end of the day, the church doesn't judge souls. God judges souls. So I can't tell you who's saved and who's not. But the principle there is that Pope St. Leo the Great modified his deposition of Dioscorus to give him the chance to repent. Originally, it was like, okay, he's out. He's done for. He's no communion, no cleric rights, no lay people rights, none of that. He's out of the question. But he modified it and said, okay, let him go to the council. He's not going to be a judge. He's going to be judged based off of his heresies. He was called to appear 3 times, 3 chances to repent. He didn't take them. Pope St. Leo gave him the chance to take it. So in that time, he was deposed, he was modified, and then he was still seen as a bishop. That is invisible communion because he's a deposed cleric given the chance to repent. He didn't repent. That's his fault.
Okay.
Just the same way Robert Bellarmine taught.
So then when he says, who cares? It doesn't matter on that point, you're saying is, well, bro, that's kind of where the disagreement may lies to what what authority, why it was laxed, or why this move was made. All right. So then, if you were to debate him, you wanted to debate him on a very specific thing to pick up where you left off here, which is the controversy around Chalcedon, or was there an actual authority? Meaning papal authority really just being on display and people were submitting to it. Did he have that authority? And that's really where you want to stay with this debate. So
Yeah,
he did a tweet. So then tell me, if this does take place, you're willing to do that debate with him then?
yeah. I told him. Go ahead. I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, he wants to do Vatican II. I talked to my friend Wayne about it, and he told me he thinks he's bluffing because this is the only time Jay Dyer has ever done something like this. That a random person like me, I don't even have 1,000 followers, upsets him so badly he calls me out to a formal debate. This is the guy who people
look,
were.
chat.
Yeah.
Look, this is him. Since Cholo Cheater is so confident, he's agreed to a formal debate on whether Vatican II contradicts previous RC dogma in September. All right. So this is classic. I'm assuming, let me guess, you actually didn't agree to this officially, and he put it out there so that when you say I'm not agreeing to that, you can say, see, he's a coward and he's running. You see what I told you? Did I guess this right?
More or less, yeah. Because I told him, because I'm gonna be out of town next month. I'm doing a video with Brian Davila, and then I do have a formal debate next month with a seminarian. So I told him I can't do August, and I'm a regular person. I'm not a Jay Dyer. I have work, so I told him I could do something in like October, and he was like, no, August, like October. I have a job. I travel. I'm not Jay Dyer.
You're Cholo, bro. So all you're doing is hitting the switches on your 6 Is that what he's gonna do? Yeah,
probably.
Okay. So then you set up the debate. You want to do it, but he's already framed it this way. This guy's already out here doing this thing. So let's get to this video. And like I said, chat, if you want to pull up, start doing that now. You guys got the link here. Let me see if I got the Cleve one, because this is give Sway a follow on X. So with here, I'll post. Is this him still yapping? Sorry, I got distracted. Oh no, he's talking about something else. All right, so let me get to this part. So then he says, puts up his debate challenge. So tell me about this. You said Jay hit me up TikTok, then blocked me, but he told me to hit him up a modern day debate. The day and time, I'm very busy with work. I have 3 other events to go to. How's October, November looking? So have you gotten a response back from Modern Day Debate or him on this particular time frame?
No, Jay said he won't interact with me anymore, but he just told me to email James. But like, here's the thing. That's an extremely broad topic. Because Vatican II, it's a very long council. Like, this is my book on Vatican II. There's a lot to go over. So I'm like, what dogmas does it contradict? I'm trying to get specification, because he could talk about the doctrine of salvation, doctrine of sacraments, ecclesiology. And I think what he wants to frame it as, he just wants this topic to be broad. And then I study for it. And then he brings up, there's like 20 different possibilities. He brings up the one nobody knows about, like, oh, the Council of Orange or something. Like, it's silly. So that's why I want to do it. I'm willing to, but I want to do Chalcedon. But if it's the case, I want specifications. I don't want to go in there with blindfolded, you know?
Yeah, no, I think it's fair. I don't understand why he would head fake, but I think this was him just to say, no, the stupid Cholo dude. All right, so then let's get to that.
Oh,
bro.
he's running.
So, yeah, he's running from me, and that's what he's gonna do on his live. He's gonna say he's running. All right, so then let me get to the video and tell me when he confronted you. Like, honestly, before we pull up, actually, let's just do the Cleve real quick. All of these things are getting swapped on my screen here. I don't know why. All right, so tell me about this. So then Cleve, apparently he gets the message today, and then they start just adding you and getting at you, talking about, oh, this guy right here is a cheater. This kid was caught using Meta AI glasses. And then here's Cleve. Let's do the this is the classic Cleve face for you guys, chat. I don't know why he's always doing this. Hey guys, We're gonna go ahead and look at this clip, this Cholo kid. Why does he do that face? Is that his like what is I don't know that, but he does it on his videos. I mean, I guess if he's trying to come off as a guy who's trying to be, a movie star, hit you with like the Clint Eastwood squint or whatever. All right, so what is this? Let me play it and then just tell me what this dude's yapping about.
Debate with Jay Dyer. One of the debaters was found out to be using AI glasses during the live debate to help him out. Check this out. The next generation's completely cooked. Okay, now this.
Wow, the next generation is completely cooked, according to Khalid.
Yeah.
So tell us why the next generation is completely cooked, you Cholo cheater.
Yeah, so that was my video. I edited it just to make it short, but I tagged him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he plays the video Jay recorded. He says the only reason he said I was cheating is because Jay said it. And Jay only said it because he was upset at me. I'll tell you this much with confidence. Jay has absolutely zero evidence that I was cheating. Zero.
Yeah, bro.
You would think he at least like caught me in the corner in the modern day and the cameras. Oh, ChatGPT.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
they looked at you. Yeah, they looked at your glasses, and somebody was able to put them on and be like, "There it is, downloaded, bro. See all the information." He knew the councils. Oh, but bro, I'm just gonna ask you for the boomers in the house. The only way you could have done that live without, let's say, even catching a audio in your ear or anything is would have been speaking to somebody where somebody's like, "Hey, tell him this. Hey, go this way." Or, "Hey, he doesn't know what he's talking about." And that would be it. There's no way, bro, you're doing that. In your conversation, there's not literally a second where you're taking to gather your thoughts, because I debate people that are on ChatGPT, meaning because I'm not looking at their face, so we're doing voice chat. And I could tell the pause patterns, and that's because there's no camera on. It's right in front of you, bro. You're not even going to be able to tell when you look this way, look that way, all the giveaways. This is scary, kind of desperate, bro, that they got this desperate. And how long was the conversation total? Like both sections of the debate?
Both sections? That's a very good question, because originally we agreed, okay, let's do 5 minutes each, but James said, okay, we're going to let it go a little longer. I think it felt like 15. I think total time I spoke to Jay maybe 25 minutes, something like that. I don't think it was too long. It just felt very short. Because, when you're in a heated debate, the king of orthodoxy is sitting in front of me. The guy everyone hypes up. Oh, he never loses a debate. So many people came to orthodoxy because of him. So for me, it felt like 5 minutes, But I think it was like...
Right. No, it was going fast, yeah. Probably. Yeah. So then there should be a good amount of back and forth. And then you said it got heated. So right there, that wasn't even close to the height of being heated, yelling at each other. It sounded like you guys got at the. All right, so then give me this. Give me the sneak peek on what the insults were. So you said Adham said, did he hit you with the cholo in this setting? Right, already.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh look, I called ice," or things like that. Or
wow, he called Chad. Did you hear that? He called ice on Sway, bro. What are we doing, Chad? Should we go ahead and call ice? Bro, that's even crazy, because he's calling him a cholo, and he's saying that he's a cholo cheater. And through all of this, what would possess you to even accuse somebody of cheating? And I'm still trying to figure out, let's just say, Sway, that you had some answers that could load up, you know what I mean? Like, and they pop up in front of you, and they said, hit them with Council of Orange or whatever you guys were going to talk about, right? Is that really, I mean, in the end, you're tapping sources. So he's saying the fact that you would know stuff on the spot is cheating if you haven't memorized it. So if you get it from, let's say, if there was people with note cards behind you going, "Hey, say this," that would still be cheating. I'm just trying to figure out why this cheating mechanism or this technology that you had could make him at all believe that he's not going to look really stupid for accusing you of this. Like, he must have been really mad, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he thought these were like Jarvis glasses. Like, it's really not that. There, you know what's funny? There was a guy sitting with a laptop next to me, one of the other debaters,
Okay.
and I'm not trying to throw shots or anything, but he had a laptop. I had my phone. Like another guy had Ray-Bans as well, the same kinds of glasses. He didn't kind of stepped out because he had an issue. He couldn't complete the recording. That's different, but I don't know. I guess he just ran with the joke because he thought these are Jarvis glasses or something. The ones that you can read from aren't even out yet. That's not a thing. And I show. You'll see in the video. I took them off. He kept making the joke. Oh, you're reading. You're reading. I handed it to him. I was like,
Oh,
take them.
really? During the
Yeah.
combo?
Yeah, and I was like, here, take them, because like, I get sure he was joking, but then he took the joke way too far and make it a
Yo,
real
the chat's killing me. J-Bands? Bro, he's got to make his own new glasses, bro. He's going to be like, "Oh, this could actually give you the answers for debates, bro." This is
Yeah.
bro. All right, let me play this real quick so you can give us that last little because to me what I find fascinating about this whole interaction with you and him is that whoever's in his camp, whoever thinks that this was not going to get out. And let me ask you a question. Did he know that your friend was recording? Because it looks funnier and worse that your friend got a side shot. If it would have just been his main, his main video being the video that would leak this, I think that Jay would have had the upper hand because it would look like, yeah, I caught you. But this one looks like he's pulling a Karen, trying to catch you before you go and going, I'm going to report you to the debate police because you had Jarvis glasses, you jerk off. That's literally what he looks like.
Yeah, I
So,
was surprised too. Like my friend, he started recording because I guess he saw Jay come up because I at the corner out of the corner of my eye, I saw him walk back into the room. He originally left the room with a few other people he was with. He came back, and I guess he was holding the phone up, and my friend immediately starts recording because I was having a conversation with James, just thanking him, saying goodbye, shook his hand, and then this happens.
bro, yo, this dude says Jay is the GOAT and has never told it. I'm like, bro,
Was this Cleve, the real Cleve?
it might be. It might be. We're saying it's on him on a burner account.
Probably. I don't know.
This
won't come
dude's
up here.
hilarious. A Mexican for eyes can't spell like what? Ojo dogs. I got it. Ojo dogs. Man, layman, bro, you are a classic white guy. What is this? The battle of the glasses? Yeah, you know what? What about his glasses? All right, let's play this for the road. Him again pulling up and just pulls up with the cholo move because he has. I was just telling people earlier that he has prescription glasses that he obviously needs all the time. Hey, when you get older, that's what happens. But he wears these prescription shades a lot now, just so that he doesn't look uncool to be wearing these. But look at him as he pulls up and then just hits him with, I got to record this. And then you're saying 30 minutes after this, the attack started coming. He started posting going, this one kid or this guy, this cholo dude cheated. 30 minutes after.
Yeah, just not even I don't even think it was 30 minutes because I didn't even walk out of the building yet.
Yo, that's crazy. This dude's getting hate.
Oh, but you was using your glasses through the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind you recording.
Hey, what'd you hit him with it? ¿Verdad? What'd you hit him with? You hit him with that. What's the problem? Like, what's the problem? You hit him with that? And he's like, wait.
Whatever, bro.
I was recording, my guy.
Oh, but you was cheating too, right?
Yo, bro, how is he this boomer? Why did it do that? How is he this boomer? But you were cheating too. Like, you're going to sit there and go, yeah, I was cheating. Because what happened was all of the information was being given to me by Jarvis. Like, look at him. What does he mean by this?
Through the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind you
You
recording.
was cheating or whatever, bro.
I was recording, my guy.
Oh, but you was cheating too, right?
How was I cheating?
Oh, you were on your glasses, bro. Totally, bro.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh.
Is he a tiptoe walker too? Did you notice that? Does he walk on his tiptoes? Like when he
I don't
goes,
think
like,
I
when
noticed
they walk,
that.
they go like this. It looked like it there when he turned around. I was like, oh wait, Jason.
Maybe a
he
bit.
doesn't look like a short guy, so I don't think he needs to do the tiptoe walk. All right, chat. We opened it up, dropped the link. Somebody pulled up and then left. You guys can pull up. All right, so let's talk about something. My brother, tell me, what do you think is next? Do you want to actually push for debate? You're saying you want to debate, and it sounds like you're prepared and you feel that is it Chalcedon? That would be the topic you would want to go for?
More or less, yeah. I said I told he wants to do Vatican II. I don't That's not my favorite topic, but this is a huge opportunity for me, win or lose. I'm gonna put up a good fight. And he in the video we were talking about the Council of Chalcedon. He kept diverting. He kept dodging questions. I DM'd him in the TikTok DMs. I said, you were dodging Chalcedon, so let's do Chalcedon. And he kind of just said, oh, F off. You're never gonna speak to me again. He said, either my proposal or I'm out. You're a nobody. You're irrelevant. That kind of thing.
So he's not going to do it then.
Not Chalcedon. I don't think he's even going to do Vatican II because I've never seen. Yeah, I don't even think he's serious about debating me because, like I said, I'm a nobody, and these guys, they get paid for doing massive debate. They get bringing audiences. Like if it was the case, we do an online debate, people would only go to see him get clips of me. It's silly. And because I'm a nobody. Yeah, I'm and he only debates the big guys. I think him DMing me was a bluff to see, he's running. Yeah, because like if he went on Twitter right now and said, oh, this Sway guy, he's a cholo, he's not worth my time, I'm not gonna debate him, no one would blame him. No one's gonna say he's running.
Yeah,
no one's gonna say that.
That's exactly why he put that up the way he did, so that whatever you say, it was he's running. Yeah, so I think we know the game that's being played, but at the same time, so let me ask you this: in terms of the cholo talk, basically an older white dude coming up to you and talking to you like that, would you guys chat? And you're gonna have to get involved. Chat, would you consider drop a like, chat as well? Show some support here. Would you guys call that behavior racist, chat? That's what I want to know. It's time to get some answers from the chat. Somebody pulls up to you with a phone wise line and says, hey, what's up, you cholo cheater? Oh, you don't even know your councils, bro. And tells you that, puts you on social media. Is that dude a racist? That's what I would like to know. Let's get the answers here. Let's get the answers. Dennis or Denise? Or was that Denise? Deborah? Yes. Justin? Yes. Kinda. I like that answer. It's kinda racist. I'm gonna call ice on you, cholo. Yeah. Did he say? He kind of said that, right?
Yeah, more or less. A few times. That's kind of joke.
Yeah, that's kind of racist. Yes. Yo, Weiss, chill out. You wouldn't say a word. You'd be like, oh, Jay, bro, I know you. I'm going to say, I'll just put it to you this way. I don't know. I think, honestly, Sway looks like a nice guy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not saying that Sway can't knock somebody out or he can't fight or anything like that, right?
I trained in MMA.
Okay, so, and an MMA guy. So he's really not sweating this dude, Jay Dyer. But I'm saying is, you don't look like a threatening guy, which is to your advantage if somebody tries to mess with you, because then you got the goods, right? You can do some things, right? So what I'm saying is, if they were to come up to you, would it be different if maybe you were bigger, say a more intimidating kind of Hispanic, or a black guy or whatever? Like, I'm pretty sure that this dude wouldn't be pulling up to you and doing this. Or did you see him kind of being so upset with you when you left there? Did you think like, bro, maybe he didn't realize that if I wasn't a Christian or I didn't believe in the Lord, that I could have slapped him for what he said? I mean, did you think about that? Did that thought go through your mind?
Not, to be honest, not really, because in the debate realm and the apologetic stream, it's all just rhetoric. It's all intellectual dialogue. It's never the kind of thing you get up and swing on somebody. That's never. I can't think of a time that's happened in a debate. And with Jay Dyer, like, no, he's not a big guy. I fought guys way bigger than him.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know the height there. So like, how tall are you? Because you're a little bit taller than him.
I'm like 5'10", something like that.
Okay, so then he's like maybe 5'10", more like 5'9".
Yeah, something like that. And
Okay.
he's not a intimidating guy. It's like a full like Karen moment. It's just like, oh, how much can I embarrass him? Like he was not gonna put
Yeah,
his
that's what
hands
I
on
got.
me. That's never. I
Yeah,
was
like
never
you
worried
were
about
never in a million years thinking. I don't think he would. I don't see him that way, but he definitely was doing the Karen kind of shaking, like, "Ooh, this guy's got me so pissed." But I
that.
can't
Yeah.
hit him, so what I'm gonna do is call him a cholo cheater, call ice on him. That's it. So there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be not surprised with what happened, but you
Mhm.
still, with that last interaction, were surprised. You were like,
Yeah.
bro. I
I
mean,
was stunned
yeah. It
'cause
was this was bad, bro. This is kind of one of the worst looks that I've seen this guy put
I've
forward. Over
I can't
what
think
though?
of a worse situation really, because
Mm-mm.
like with Ali Dawa, Captain Tessariak,
Right. I was thinking
and
of all those situations where you've seen people like lose it. Why would he
mhm.
do that? Maybe he thought that nobody else was going to record, or maybe his video was going to be powerful coming from his phone.
Yeah,
But that
because
joint made him look weak.
think about it, right? He's the king of orthodoxy, number one Orthodox apologist.
Right.
200K on YouTube, over 100K on TikTok. Excuse me, Twitter. He tells his minions to report a guy with less than 300 followers and tells his minions, yo, find me his Instagram, find me his YouTube, find me his TikTok, give me all of his ads. Jake Bracatella found my ad and gave it to him.
Bro, that's a
And
lot of work. Look at how delusional Cleve to Incense is. This is
yeah,
how delusional he is. That I'm giving you ideas when you're figuring out all these ideas that they were. That means they were on the phone. Let's find out who this guy is, and let's see what he is. Let's go ahead and figure out his past. Oh, first of all, where's his Twitter? Okay, now we got him. All right, everybody, start posting now. Create your videos, bro. And you're saying is I'm feeding Sway stuff, bro. They were doing this whole business way before I even got involved. But a second here, your brother, our brother from another mother. Yugi in the house.
yo,
Adjust my
what's up,
cam.
Yugi?
What's up, man? How you doing?
How
You guys
are
hear me
you,
good?
brother? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, man. Yo, so you already know, Sway. This ain't nothing new, man. Me and this brother, we've been dealing with some evangelism and stuff, and dealing with people before, but this is different because I know his man's character and I know what he's about, and so for him to assume. Yeah, there's so many issues with the whole AI thing, but number one, like I think, first of all, I'm not surprised, brother, because I know you, and I know you've been doing your research. I know you actually read your church history. I just think you genuinely stumped him because when you look, especially Mueller, and you noticed it in the beginning, you notice how
Yeah,
he
the
was
very
like, kind of,
beginning.
what do
Yeah,
you
he was like,
mean?
"What are you
Like,
getting at?
yeah, like the
What are you asking
lay-in.
me?"
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and all of us immediately understood where you were going at with it. So I think, first of all, I want to congratulate you for doing that. I will
Thank you.
say, I don't think he's gonna debate you either. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I got a
probably
DM from
not.
him too saying you want to debate something. He just says that. He just says that to
Yeah, he
everybody.
said that
He
to
literally
all
said
of
it.
us. You want to
Yeah.
debate
what's funny?
hard? That's what he told me too.
You know what's
Yeah.
actually so funny?
Mm.
Two things. I brought up, it started getting heated. And I was like, I looked at the camera. You'll see it in the video when it drops. Oh, this is the king of orthodoxy. He encouraged me to orthodoxy. He also encouraged me to leave. He retired after 6 days and he's still behaving the same way. And one of my friends, Talon, reposted the video.
Mhm.
It got over 150K views, my video. And
Oh.
Jay, his solution is to call him a gay PDF because Talon said he likes 16-year-olds, but he is 16. We have a
Bro.
40-year-old man,
He's older than that, but
attacking a teenager, like 50, attacking a teenager. It's hilarious.
so is this guy? He's actually can't read the internet anymore. He can't read a room. He can't read online anymore, and I don't even think he's got control over his minions. Meaning, they're kind of stepping on each other's toes, bro. Like, I don't think they expected. He didn't expect a Hispanic kid like you, and I say kid in terms of like compared to him, is like, who is this guy? And that night, bro, you got under his skin so much that you caught him on a Karen video. And now, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Sort of cleaning this up or controlling the narrative? And you know this is all coordinated because Cleve, within a day, is already doing videos going, "This kid got caught with AI cheating." So tell us about that, Yugi, real quick. Chris is here, but
Yeah, I think it's money in the water. Because, like I said,
Mhm.
me and Sway, we did apologetics together. We in the Discord trenches, so we defended Trinity together. We defended Christianity
Mhm.
together. I know your focus was on Muslims for a while. For a
Yeah.
while, yeah. I'm telling you, like, this is what I'm saying. This is way before all this came out, and so I know that he took a little hiatus. He was, studying church history. He came to Catholicism. Praise God. I'm happy for you, brother. It's not even the topic right now. However, I just think that that's money in the waters because even during the times that I did do some evangelism with Sway, he had a high amount of potential, and I could tell he was actually reading sources. Because that's another thing too that I don't understand. You hear him bringing up letters
yep.
from the Pope, right, and
Mm-hmm.
referencing sources. That's a lot of these people, a lot of these, orthobots. They just make claims, right, but
Yep.
don't source anything, or they'll just kind of like misinterpret the source to mean something else. Sway's been doing sources even way before he was like fully committed to Catholicism. So it doesn't surprise me that like you found something that he probably never considered, and then now he's got to muddy the waters, clean up, and kind of do this weird thing where like a mess was made. He's gonna end up, Sway's gonna end up looking good about it, and so now I got to paint this picture that like, no, he's a cheater, he's a liar, because it's not the source and you getting the information. I think what the narrative is going to be, well, during a debate, you're not supposed to use that. And I
Mhm.
understand that, like, I understand how that sounds. And to be fair, he's absolutely right. Like during a debate, it's not expected for you to use AI. However, there's no evidence for that. Number one, and number two, I fail to see like, didn't you say you offered him your glasses?
Yeah, at one point, it was actually a few times, and at one point, I just straight up took them off, handed it to the guy next to me, because he in the first time on the microphone, he said I think I misheard him. He said prompt was 300 years, but we talked about Sardica. That's 344. And then I didn't hear you say that. He was like, "Oh, check your glasses," and I took them off, and I was like, "Oh, here." And
There
then
you go.
the
Yeah.
second time, he was like, "Oh, look, you're cheating. You're just looking. Someone's like telling you so." I don't remember exactly what he said. He said something like that. "Oh, you're cheating with your glasses." So I was like, "Okay, here." That kind
Yeah,
of thing. Here,
that's
here
what
you
I'm
go.
saying, brother. Like I know you, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not surprised. It's just unfortunate that unfortunately these people's tactics is, and again, David was spot on about this. It's gonna be
Yeah.
very Dawa esque. It's not gonna be about the truth. It's gonna be about the narrative now. Now you're
Yeah.
gonna be known
Yeah.
to them as the cholo cheater, high key racism, in my opinion, because Jay Dyer ain't afraid to drop an N bomb. He'll do it anytime on X. Let's be real.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Well, I was gonna
yeah,
say is so then why would people say this in the comments? Or would have asked Jay to say the N word. Yeah, just like I
yeah,
asked Andrew Wilson. By the way, I'm still waiting for video where he drops that regularly on Rumble.
yeah.
I'd like to see video of Andrew Wilson dropping the N word and Jay Dyer. Not telling me you got the N word pass, bro. But I'm just telling you, he's lucky that he's in a debate sphere, a Christian debate circle, at modern day debate where 90% of the people there are Christians or at least profess to know God. Because I don't know anywhere else, even as a Karen, let's just say there was like a, I don't know, you were at like a restaurant or some store and some dude pulls up to you and calls you a cholo this, cholo that. Anybody else in the world, I don't think Jay Dyer would have been walking away with that phone holding up. Just saying. But, because we're Christians and, nobody takes it uh, that seriously. I can't tell you how is it that we're supposed to approach these people and ask them. So what are the lines? You can walk up to somebody and just straight up, call them the N word, call them a wet back, cholo, whatever you want, and it's all
Calling
good.
ice. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's all good. This is what we're doing now. And he did
Hmm.
it in person. This is not like he was
Yeah.
like, bro, I just dropped a tweet on you. Calm down. No, he was in your face, bro. So
Yeah.
well, I think this is kind of upped it up another
Yeah,
level.
Sway's a better man than me though, because he's always been like that. Like even
Well,
in
he ain't even
heated
tripping in that
debates.
video. I could see
No,
his like
no,
not,
he's
and not even
always
his
like that though,
face.
because he's
Yeah,
capable. I know the brother.
yeah,
We don't have to go there. You know what I'm saying?
right,
It doesn't need to
exactly.
go there. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's taken way worse, and he's just a better man than me. He knows me, bro. Like when people talk crazy, I act crazy too. But you're
Yeah,
just always chill. You're always calm. You're very
Yeah.
studied in the topic, brother. I wouldn't even want to debate you. Let's be real. Like I wouldn't even want to. And
Yeah. I
and you know what I'm
just
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just insanely, insanely patient. I've grown because like I took some time off, Yugi, because you haven't seen me probably in our old server in a
Oh
while. Took
yeah, no,
some
yeah, it's been a
a
while, yeah.
heavy, yeah, heavy time off to study, grow my relationship with God, pray, really understand and live the faith. And I've grown incredibly patient from doing that. Even on my YouTube, I was debating one time an ortho bro on the Filioque way, and I have 16 minutes of him just screaming into his microphone, and I'm just like, okay, can we have a cordial conversation now? I'm just patient. I'm just very patient. But
Yeah.
Well,
I
I didn't know
like I
you could get
said,
more patient because I'm telling you, you were always like this, at least in my opinion. So maybe you got better, especially when it's
yeah.
in your face like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very tolerant because, like, there's a difference between him saying that to me, and hey, I got as bad as it sounds, I got publicity off of it, and I was
Oh, you just
alone.
kind of let him show his colors, and it proves that
Yeah.
you know what people think is manifest online. No, this guy
Mhm.
can manifest like right there in the flesh, and he thought he's good with it, and to walk up to somebody and say that. I mean, that guy
Yeah.
he's got
Yeah.
a lot of guts. But with thoughts, Chris, what are your thoughts on what you saw? And because I saw you in the chat making some good points.
Yeah. It was a confession. I think you should take it as such.
Wow.
That was clearly a confession from Jay saying, "You kicked my butt. I have no recourse. The only thing I can do is accuse you of cheating, even though there is no rule in debate saying that you can't look stuff up on AI. So even if you were using AI, which there wasn't enough delay for you to, but even if you
obviously,
were,
it's not true.
that's not technically against any rule anywhere. It's just something that people go, oh, you needed AI. That's a shame. So the fact that all he's got is me,
Yeah.
and then he's asking people to try and dox you shows that he is assuring you in his own soul he believes that you smashed him.
Yeah.
That's all it means.
I agree. That's a great way to put it. A confession. I think this topic you should push for it on this debate that you really want to do this particular topic, and
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best move forward, because if you feel confident, it looks like you are, and I think I already can hear your argumentation. I think it's just going to be, in the end, is he's going to have to either make excuses or talk about how the history was different and how there's a technicality there that I can't agree with you, but in a sense I agree with you. That's the best he could probably get out of
Yeah,
that situation.
because
He's not going to turn up at the debate. There's going to be a reason that you piked, because he's going to put a rule in that makes it completely impractical or whatever.
Right.
I would agree to all of his rules because it's just going to burn him up, because he doesn't want to get his butt kicked again. And he knows that that's what he's looking at. So he wants to pose it that you're running without ever standing in front of you again.
Yeah, it definitely is a lose for him. E45, you just pulled up. What's going on? What's your take?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh man, this is a legend.
Absolutely, Brother Bear. I just want to tell the
What's up,
cat
Brother Bear?
how you been, Brother Bear. I just came to tell my boy Sway. Sway, me personally, you did an amazing job. I actually would not debate him. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because you already cooked him. You already embarrassed him. You just now, at this rate, push out teaching content. You're good. The EO bros can't say, oh, well, you didn't debate Jay Dyer. No, you already did. You embarrassed him. He got upset. He was pissed. He screamed like a little girl. And he also said that he wants to debate you and then blocked you afterward.
Yeah.
That's a win right there.
Classic, bro.
That's the win right there for me, brother. Congratulations. You cooked this dude.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a good point.
No, hell no.
That's a good point, because Jade's been in this for like 10 years. I've never in my life seen him reach out to somebody after being so upset, or maybe it's not public, so upset, to someone with less than 1,000 followers to say, hey, let's debate. He called me a bunch of cuss words. I don't want to repeat. We're all Christians here. I don't think he's a Christian, clearly, with his behavior.
Okay, all right. There's a take.
He doesn't have he does not have the Holy Spirit in him. He doesn't produce fruits. Sure, he does content. He spreads orthodoxy, but it's sad to say he doesn't express love. He doesn't express forgiveness. I did take an ad hominem attack at him, and I said I'm sorry if I took it too far. And instead of saying, he didn't even want to shake my hand. The first time at the microphone, before I even said any of that, I wanted to shake his hand, and he was like, "Oh, you're a retard, bro." And I'm like, "Okay." So,
Oh.
and it just this behavior, like, it makes me sad. Really, I used to look up to this guy, and for him to not even behave like he has the Holy Spirit in him, it's very sad. It really is. It's like I felt like I was talking. Oh, he's manifesting demons. That was the only thing I forgot to say. Oh, what's your name, demon? What's your name, demon? I should have said that.
You should have hit him with that, bro. You should have hit him. You should have hit him with the way when he came up to you with that photo in your face. And that's funny with that when we seen from that angle, he figured out that somebody else was recording him, recording you, and it looks like he bailed on it. Like he was
I
gonna be
think
there
so.
longer, and he's just like, all right, I'm good. Drops it and then walks away. But what happened at the very end when your friend said something to him or gave him something? What was that? Do
Uh,
you know?
he was just. I don't remember what he said. I think he just shook his hand,
Oh, like,
because
oh, see you later, dude. Kind of.
yeah, oh, thank you, Jay, or something like that. But he told me after both stopped recording, Jay, as he was walking out of the door, he looked at me. Oh, you're gonna post stuff about me? I'm gonna do the same to you. I didn't post anything though. I didn't post a thing. I posted a selfie with him. I was like, oh, I just met Jay Dyer. I posted a selfie, put on my story. Other than that, I didn't post anything. And then I didn't even leave the building, and I already see him bashing me on Twitter, like
So
immediately.
when you were leaving, he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, you're gonna go ahead and post stuff on me. I'm gonna get you back then." Already,
Yeah,
like,
I didn't
Yeah, he's
post
gonna hit
anything.
you back first.
yeah, it's the whole thing's a setup, bro.
But
This
but
that's
but don't call him a demon or anything. Just enjoy the fact that the more he's steaming about this, the more he is admitting his defeat. And then
Yeah.
on top of that, you not blasting him and you know going to his stooping to his level heaps coals on him, just like Jesus. It
Yeah,
further irritates the people who their only response is aggression. When you just
Hmm.
sit there and say, "That's fine," you
yeah,
go
keep
right
it
ahead.
classy at this point. And I think
Yeah.
if anything, like Chris says, it'll burn him up so bad that he's gonna be like, "Let's debate." He might just have to. I don't see it happening. They're gonna just try to
Yeah.
bury the whole
Uh,
thing and let it go. But
Yeah, honestly, I just see it like we'll see when the modern day video comes out. We'll see how
Yeah.
that goes. We'll see how much of it they keep me in, because I wouldn't be surprised if Jay asked them to cut me out completely. I would not be surprised. But at the
hey,
same
I didn't
time,
think
James,
about that. Yeah.
yeah, the thing is, I think James knows the screaming match we had back and forth is just too good of content. And he knew it. He was watching, listening. He was having a good time. Everyone else was laughing
Yeah, I
because
was gonna say. So, what
it
were
was
they
intense.
doing when it was like going back and forth? Were people reacting and laughing? Even what
Yeah.
about the whole thing about you cheating and calling you a cheater? They were laughing at all
Uh,
that.
I think two guys. One of the guys actually reached out to me, and he's also been going back and forth on Twitter defending me as well, because he was sitting there next to me. He was one of the other debaters the whole time, and he knew the
Wow.
situation, and he's not dumb. He's not a boomer like Jay. You can't. These aren't Jarvis glasses. You can't read from them. Like, this isn't
Yeah.
2050,
Yeah, let me ask you
And
something real quick, Sway, because
Mhm.
I'm gonna see if I can reread what he said. But didn't he say something along the lines of like, it's not that you did it during the debate, but in between sets or something? What did he say? Can you expound
No,
on
no,
that
you
real
were
quick?
cheating in the bathroom. You're getting
Yeah,
your
because that's what I'm saying.
notes.
Like, wait, but why wouldn't that apply to everyone who has a laptop, who has a
Yeah,
phone, who has
everybody.
anything? So this is just cope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
just
is.
again, just me, because
Okay, yeah,
so
Confession.
he
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that is a confession at that point. Because if everyone has their phones between sets, they all have meta glasses. You said someone else had one, right? Someone had a
And
laptop.
laptops. Yeah, like
Anybody
that.
can do anything at that point, including himself, right? I'm assuming he
yeah,
had some sort of media. So what is
yeah.
this?
I guess that's a good question. Actually, I don't know why he. Obviously, the back and forth he had with me heated him up against me. That's why he came up to me with his phone in my face. And funny thing is, after my second take on the microphone, the two other prompts were more pointed to Protestants, the other guys there. So I just let them have it. I didn't go back up to the microphone. At the very end, the producer was like, "Okay, does anyone else want to do a random topic against Jay?" And Jay, before that, he was like, "I'm not talking to him until he takes his fake glasses off." And then at the end,
Yo.
I was like, "Oh, can I do it? I'll debate you one last time, and I'll take the glasses off." And he was, "I'm not talking to you anymore."
I'm
And
done.
he leaves. I'm done.
And did you?
Because it
did
had
you-
nothing to do with the glasses.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a total red herring. But so did you get the infamous laugh? Did you hear that? Right? And, like,
I
were you
think
able
so.
to-
Yeah, he was laughing at me, and during our like scream match back and forth, I was like, "Yo, do you guys see this? He's dodging my questions." And then I was like, "This is the king of orthodoxy, everybody. He brought me to orthodoxy. Now I left because of him. Yay!" So it was funny.
Bro, I would have been back
Man.
with the soundboard. in
I
the
guess
back, bro.
I guess in my dialogues with him about you, I got blocked by him too. So I guess I made it on the list, huh? I guess he just blocks
Oh, really?
anybody.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
blocks
so
a
I
lot of
can't even
people.
reply, and that's why his like
Yeah,
his X space just becomes a circle.
Mhm.
What
Jay's
insert
doing more
word?
and
He
more
calls me-
Muslim tools.
What was
he
that?
calls
Chris?
me out to
He's doing more and more Muslim tools every
Yeah.
day. You know,
Yeah.
this is exactly what Orthodox Muslim did to me. This is it's just
Like I'm genuinely curious for anyone in chat who like supports this guy. Like, do you think it's good that he mutes his opposition so that all his tweets just seem like it just has support and it's no pushback?
he,
There's
he
no
has to do that.
other side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At this point, it's
Yeah.
like this is all like coordinated. But what are those messages you're showing right there, Slay?
yeah, my bad.
Oh yeah. So no, you're good. So I was just showing he obviously blocked me on TikTok, but I have proof this is him. You can check the just at J Dyer. He DMs me. He was like, "Hey Cholo cheater, you want to set up a formal time debate on MDD on how your church contradicts
Yeah, I
Vatican II?"
can't with this guy, bro.
And I was like, "Yo, are you being for real?" Because I was about to walk into Korean barbecue, and I was like, "Yo, no way! The king of orthodoxy wants to debate me." But I should have thought about, it's kind of a bluff. So I said, "I'm down to debate, but can I propose a topic?" He was like, "I just proposed the topic, retard." And I was like, "Can we do the papacy at Chalcedon since you dodged my points on that?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm just asking my guy." I was like, "So your answer is no. This is your last shot. I'll never interact with you again because you're trash." And then he says, "F your fake friend, BS, lol." And then he was like, "You're not a bro. You're not a bro." And then we just go a little back and forth because I was like, "Give me the prompt specifically. I can't give you a date and time right now. I'm about to go to a restaurant. It's months ahead of time. I'm busy. I'm a regular person. I go to 5. I'm not Jay Dyer. I'm not an apologist. Not to that level, at least. You know, I have to work." Don't they?
Yeah,
And
bro, the
then
way you're reading
and
this-
then
He's like, I already gave you the topic, you retard. Like, bro.
yeah, and I was
I
just
don't know what's
like,
gonna happen with
ultim-
Jay Dyer, but I hope that this moment, especially the moment where he walks up to you and gives and does pulls the Karen on you, the Karen moment is crazy. But I hope this kind of shows what you're dealing with. But maybe a debate does come of it. But I want to say, Sway. So then you said you'll pull up when this video drops. Could count on you, and then we can do a review on it because it's going to be you figured it's going to be about 15 minutes at least, right?
something like that. Yeah, I'm definitely down to do a review. Just you can hit me up again. I'm down.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Yeah,
gonna definitely be intense.
Yeah.
Because like my take on it, like as a preview. So I think the first time on the microphone, I was pretty stunned at his behavior. So I was like, "Whoa!" And I think that time he rhetorically dominated me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest because it turned into a quizzing match. I was talking about the Council of Sardica and Pope Julius in the year 344, and he brought up the Chieti document from like 10 years ago. So I'm like, can we stick to the topic? It turned into a quizzing. Oh, how much do you know? What does Contante Domino say? What does Mystici Corpus? Who wrote it? Who wrote it? What does this canon say? What does Sardica say? It's silly, you know? It's like, it just becomes, oh, Jay has to make sure he has to know he's the smarter than you, and then he's gonna win. It's that simple.
Yeah, it's just to get in to kind of beat you up, to put, bring you down to size, and then after that, he can show, all right, anything I say after this, I've proven he doesn't know stuff because I'm asking him questions that he can't answer. And therefore, I have the upper hand. People think that I know because he's not answering the way I want him to, or he can't answer. So, yeah, it's just a tactic. All right, brother.
But if
go ahead, Chris.
If he had found a topic that you didn't know enough to answer, that would have been gold for him, because he would then scrub everything else and just play you being stumped on something and going, yeah, this kid thinks he can debate me, and trying to form it into just that one point, because that's exactly what Muslims do, and he knows it.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah,
That's
it's that's what the
Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, I was just saying that's what the whole quizzing thing is. Like that's why I said in the video, like, we know you're the smartest guy in the room. Can we stick to a topic? Because I went in there thinking, yo, I don't think I'm gonna beat him. I think I'm gonna put up a good fight.
Right.
And he got upset like that, and I was like, it just becomes like, oh, let me find something he doesn't know and then ask him about it. It's silly because like I admitted in the Yosemite, like, I didn't read the Chieti doc. He asked me, what does the last paragraph say? What does that very last paragraph of Chieti say? And I was like, bro, I don't remember. I haven't read it in a long time. It's that simple. I was honest. And he's like, oh, no, what does it say? Oh, you don't know. Why should I talk to you? I'm not going to answer your questions because you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, you need to go read it. But I got to work on my cleave to antiquity face when he's like, hey guys, look at this Cholo streamer. What's that face that he does? Hey guys, Cholo streamer.
You don't know what's on paragraph 2 of page 353 of this Encyclopedia Britannica?
Yeah, it's like,
you're just dumb.
Tell me what's on this page. Tell me what's on this page right here. Tell me this page right here.
And you should have known when he was asking you those things, but you kind of already won, bro. I mean,
I'm glad you clipped that segment, because I noticed you exposed a very strong pressure point in ecclesiology and the invisible church and how it works, right? Especially when it comes to unity. And I think once he got uncomfortable, he found a way out of the corner by bringing everything up but the point. And so, because he knows however way he answered it, it would lead down a certain path.
He wanted to say no, but even if he says no, he can't say no technically, and it's just like he's cooked either which way.
If he said it's a dilemma. So, Sway, you did a good job. It's just, unfortunately, again, when you're dealing with sophists, this is what you get,
Yeah. And the thing is too, like, I guess one thing he can't get around now is that since these clips are online and his own minions posted it and he supported those minions posted it, I privated it out of respect for the owners. They cannot edit that part of the discussion out. If they do, my clips are going to be online saying, oh, what happened in this conversation? What happened here? If they edit it, I don't think, not to toe shots, I know modern debate is very neutral. Can't ask them to edit that out anymore because that's out. People have seen it. Over 100,000 views. If they don't get that, they're going to be upset. It's that simple.
Yeah, no, absolutely. After that, then people are already claiming, modern day debate is like a fraud. It would really prove it if he leaves that footage out, bro. They don't release it. It's exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, me personally, I'm a little more skeptical on him being neutral.
Yeah, neutral. I don't think. I think he definitely leans one way. Some of the stuff that I've already seen, but hey, I think he'll put it out though. I don't think he's that crazy not to put it out, because if he doesn't, then we'll get after him. All right, so then I'll holler at you through Yugi. You're on Discord too, though, right? Sway, you're just not on there active right now.
Yeah, I have a new Discord account. Yugi, we're friends on there on my new account because It's funny, funny enough.
Yeah.
No, I was on. This isn't my first interview with Jay. I was on his Discord server on my other account, and I got banned from there because of an old conversation. But that's irrelevant. So I have this new account. But yeah, Yugi, probably just connect from there.
Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll connect. All right, Chris. Any last words on what you saw today? I think you put it brilliantly with your summation that
yeah, he pretty much showed his whole hand. He was terrified, and that was his way of showing it. But what are your final thoughts
Yeah.
as to, or maybe give Sway some advice? You kind of told him what you think might happen next.
I suspect that he's going to put insane conditions on any suggestion of a debate, or he's never going to mention the debate again.
Right.
If he puts insane conditions on it, I would still go ahead, and I think he would still pull out even with the insane conditions. And I still think you'd hold your own with insane conditions, and it would benefit you either way.
Sure.
But I think remaining respectful is the second win on top of his confession.
Yeah, definitely. All right, my brother Chris. You get any last words here for encouragement as well, brother?
No, yeah. Look, I was gonna say thank you for welcoming him on this channel, Mauler. Thank you for
No, of
coming up,
course.
Chris. And like I said, Sway, like you know what I mean. Like if there's anyone who fits the bill in terms of like a Catholic who is a brother in the faith who isn't out here like trying to slander all Christians and hurt, like I'm glad in a weird way this happened because I really do believe that you're gonna go far, brother. Like you
Amen.
know,
Thank you,
like he
man.
really does reminds me of the Catholics that I really do enjoy and love, not the fake ones that we dealt with before, where they're just constantly looking to rip or pay the faith. So he's one of the few that are actually looking to unite and share the gospel and actually like show love rather than hate. And so again,
That's
like
awesome.
I think this highlights something that important for everybody, not even just Catholics, not even just EOs. This is for everybody, and I'm glad you're here, dude. And I really am excited to hopefully see more from you, brother. For
Amen,
real.
Yeah,
brother.
thank you, man.
Because
Of course.
yeah, to me, you've been always the same, but I can tell you've been a little more studied, so that's good. man.
Yeah, bro. Sounds like he's been in the lab.
Where's your channel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I put it in the studio chat.
Yeah, let's gonna go ahead and drop that in the main chat here, so that folks that want to go give him a like and a follow. Also, I didn't see. I guess you guys would be able to find. Is your Twitter on there as well? Meaning,
Here, I'll put it on there.
Yeah, and then so there's the
I
channel.
also got, got my TikTok too, because
Yeah, and we'll drop
most
that.
of
And then
my
I'll put it in the description. I'm going to look more
appreciate
into
it,
this
'cause
history.
most of
Thanks,
my
brother.
most of my apologetics is on TikTok, just because it's where it goes around the most. I like to talk to my favorite group to preach to and talk to is always going to be Muslims. You know, every time
Yeah,
someone hopped
yeah.
in a chat, I always want to talk to them because
Yeah.
they're the closest to us. We need to pray for them the most. Their souls are so close to the truth. They're so close. It's just that one last step to come home to Christ.
And let me say something real quick. Another thing about Sway, you
Yeah.
might have forgot. And how honest this brother is. Let me tell you something. Because so for those of you who are going to go to his social medias, you're going to see that he throws shots at prods, and that's fine. But let me tell you something about Sway real quick. He actually DM'd me and was like, hey, brother, can you give me an honest critique on what I'm saying or whether I'm arguing is fallacious or wrong? And he accepted it. So again, like even him not agreeing with prods, he's honest about it. He'll say, look, like, what do you guys think? I don't want to straw man your position, but this is how I feel. So he's not like bad faith, man. He's really not. I can show you the DMs. Like he literally came in faith and said, give me an honest review. What do you think? And I told him, and I was honest.
I
And
remember that.
we're not sitting here tearing each other apart. You know what I'm saying? This
no,
isn't
we're
hard,
gonna
guys.
we're gonna agree to disagree, but like I said, when
Exactly.
you find Jesus loving Catholics and those that
Oh, they're the best.
preach the gospel, like I said, there's one right here. Look, this is my favorite Catholic in the world right here, Neil. And we don't agree on everything, but I wake up and I tell him I know he's a brother, a spirit-filled believer, and he believes the same about me, and we pray for one another, even if in the end we'll never be in the same quote unquote church. Doesn't matter. We're in Christ, and we both share in what Christ has done for us and his righteousness. So that's all that matters. All right, brothers, I'm going to let you two go, but I'll let Sway get the last word here. So let's depart as my brother Chris and Yugi. We'll see you later. Peace out. All right, so let's go ahead and give the time any final words you want to say, or even if you want to go ahead and just, give a shout out to Jay, because I'm sure his boys are watching and listening.
Yeah, thank you all so much for having me on. It's a pleasure to see so many people supportive of me, because it's not easy having this narrative. Like I said, hundreds of text messages, hundreds of like views on my page sent to Jay. Just so thank you so much for the audience, for the Jay Dyer supporters. Just stop putting this man so high on the walk with Christ. Go read the Bible, study history, actually grow your connection with God, because when you lift him up so much, you're turning him into an idol. All you guys die your rights because of how quickly you go to found your theology on him. It's sad. I pray for everyone, but for the whole audience, just go out, spread the gospel. This is our jobs, and God bless you all. But thank you so much for having me on, brother. God bless you.
Yeah, no, God bless you too, Sway. We appreciate you coming on. The Lord be with you. We're connected on Discord. So then when you get an idea of what's coming out, keep an eye out too. Let's plug back in and come up, and then you can give your, because I'm sure it's going to be what you're describing, bro. It's going to be great, and then we can go through it. But yeah, the Lord bless you, bro. I'll be honest with you. There's very few younger folks that I would push and tell them to become apologists or consider it, even though you're a regular guy doing your full-time job. Continue to study, and I think that, like Yugi said, you can be a real strength to bring Muslims. If that's where you love to be too, man, that's powerful, bro. Like there's just, billions of people out here that, like you said, just don't understand who Christ is in the proper way. And once they get over that hump or that hurdle, they're home, they're on this side. So the Lord bless you in your work, brother. And we really appreciate you pulling up here. We'll stay connected. All right, y'all. There he goes. My brother from another mother, Sway. All right, chat. We're going to go ahead and leave it there. And I appreciate y'all pulling up on an impromptu live. Thanks to JP for plugging in with me and Yugi. And Yugi, this is his brother as well online. So I want to say that, everything that I saw on there, I'm not surprised about. I'm not surprised to see him spazzing out the way he is. In a lot of ways, there's not a lot of dumb people when it comes to these circles and, people that are debating and wanting to know church history. You don't come across a lot of people that don't know certain things. They might not know certain arguments or where to go, or maybe certain page of a certain council. But even if you don't know that fact, it doesn't mean that the other person is dumb on the topic, especially when it comes down to these claims of universal church, of ecumenism. Because remember, I told you this before, that if the Eastern Orthodox claim all melts away, the Dyerite, the Ortho bro, all of that goes away. If you're told and you understand, just like we just did that review with the other Ortho bro inquirer, and once he found out, wait, you're telling me that the church believes that Catholics and Protestants are not damned, they call them Christians, they believe they're in Christendom, this whole joint is over. Now the person that's studying, that's going, oh, I'm going to check out the councils. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and look at all of these great Jay Dyer videos. Now they're going to go and consider being Eastern Orthodox. If you are, again, on the merits, the claims that these are the purest forms of tradition, whichever one you pick, right? And that's going to be, it traces back to the apostles. I believe it's the original, the ancient faith practiced the way it's supposed to be. And let that be the claim, and not be the claim that, well, if I join this, I can go ahead and tell everybody they're stupid. Oh, they're tarded. Oh, they're idiots. They're low IQ. Once you take that away, especially from a younger men that are out here trying to basically in life, be a part of something, join a gang, once you take that out, all of a sudden it's like, what's the point? I can't go around punking people online and calling them all low-tier Protestants. Well, there's no more fun in it. I've been telling you guys this forever. I've literally had numerous debates with people from these camps, from Jay Dyer's camp, people, little understudies and minions from Andrew Wilson's camp, and they pulled up so confident. And in the end, they couldn't answer questions, and they came to understand something. That if you're going to tell me that your church is wrong and is being led by Satan through this ecumenist movement, then go ahead and let us know when you think they got it figured out. Because as long as your church is being led by Satan, I think I'll pass. But can you get them to understand this on a deeper level? Sometimes they do, and they shake it and they come out of it and they're like, bro, I was really making this church thing, this tradition of God, and I was not focusing on the Lord Jesus Christ, his commandments, what he's told us to do, and pleasing the Father, as we know we can only do that through the Son and by the power of the Holy Spirit. So now that we've got a good lay of the land, just don't get sad. Don't get upset, guys. It's okay. The world's not ending. We're just exposing these weirdos and their bad script. And remember, it doesn't matter what tomorrow brings, because you and I will serve the King.
The Truth Cartel. Trafficking truth to the world.